You heard it here first.
Anyways, so it's 2017. That means new year, means new games. And of course, I am SheWulf. I'm your host of tonight's Console Corner. Really? Really? You always have to
gotta
interrupt.
ruin it.
He does.
Dang.
He does. He does.
I just got back. Are we live now?
Yep.
Yeah. And
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
I'll eventually be able to get through this intro. All right,
One day.
so tonight is going to be another amazing episode, and especially to start off the new year. Last week, we actually had the amazing Console Corner Gaming Awards, where it was from gamers for gamers, all voted by you. If you haven't already, please go and check that out. It was an amazing show and a great way to end the year. Now, starting off this week, of course, we're all going to be talking and discussing about 2017 and what does the gaming world have for us this year. So, as always, please make sure you subscribe and follow each and every one of these panel members. You can find them also on the main page of Gamers Knows Best underneath podcasters. I believe it's actually under Console Corner podcasters. So make sure you guys check that out and make sure you give them a follow and a subscribe. So first, let's get into introducing our panel of amazing gamers, and of course, for a great way to start off the new year, we actually have the whole entire regular cast members of the Console Corner here tonight. So of course, that is amazing all on its own. So let's start off with Lady Foxfire.
Hi everyone, Happy New Year. I'm so happy to be back on this channel, hanging out with these nerds. So yeah, what's up everybody in the chat?
Awesome. And next up we have is Mike.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy 2017. It's awesome to be here on the Console Corner for the first episode of the new year, and it's going to be a good one, so stay tuned.
Definitely agree with that one. And followed by that we have is Nukem.
Happy New Year, everybody. It's good to be back. This is going to be an awesome year. But again, I guess it is what you make of it. We certainly have a lot of great games coming away over the next couple of weeks and months and right into the year. So I hope you had a great holiday season and are happy gaming. And yeah, let's get this show rolling.
Definitely agree. And of course, a member that everybody knows and loves his, I don't know if you call them jokes, but BrewtalKnight.
Sometimes they're jokes, sometimes I'm serious. That's
Okay.
fun. But yo, guys, 2017 got a lot of fresh stuff coming at you guys. So let's get this party started.
Awesome. And of course, last but not least, we have your very own, the Governor, GKB.
What's up, everybody? It's the GKB. I want to start off by saying it's awesome, 2017. The feedback I've gotten on the last few videos on the channel has been fantastic. Love you guys. Yeah, let's get this show on the road.
And we have more coming, guys. We are not done yet. So stay tuned and see what else we have coming that is new to the channel. So, all right. So as always, we love to include each and every one of you guys. So make sure throughout the show that you are asking your questions, or if you don't want to ask them throughout the show where we may possibly lose them, hold off, and before we end the show, we will be coming to the chat to answer any of the questions that you may have for us. So if you are just sitting back, chilling out, or hanging out in the chat as you guys like to do, I hope you guys are ready for an amazing show.
Oh, snap.
Starting off, we have, of course, the news.
All right, what's up, everybody? So before we get into the news, we're going to go ahead and we forgot something in the new year.
It's my fault. I literally was looking at it. And of course, as everyone knows, what we do on the console corner is what have you played this or last week or this week?
Whenever.
I guess with the new year, it kind of slipped my mind. But hey, what is the panel playing right now? We'll start off going down the line, and we'll actually start with Brutal.
All right. Played a couple indie games. I've been playing a lot of Steam and stuff on PC lately. Actually, I started playing Gears on PC. That's kind of cool. What else did I do? Played some COD, of course, and that's about it. It was kind of limited this week with the holidays and New Year's and whatnot, but yeah.
That's what I kind of figured. But hey, Fox, what about you? What have you been playing?
Oh shit, I haven't been playing that much actually, which is weird. But ever since, the holidays and everything with the family.
I should have skipped it.
It's all good though. I've been playing a little bit of Forza a couple of days ago, and today I finally got Forza 4 that I used to have, but I got it for the collection again, so now I have all the Forzas, so I thought that was pretty cool. And I was playing a little bit of Overwatch with my brother on PlayStation. Pretty fun, because it feels so easy over there. I'm just saying. I was whooping that booty.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
I was slapping everybody around. That's all I'm saying.
Nice. What about you, Mike? What have you been playing?
Well, I played a little bit more Dead Rising 4 over the holiday break there, and I got Final Fantasy 15. It was on sale with the countdown, and I happened to get a $50 Xbox gift card for my mom for Christmas, so the game was $45. I figured I'd give it a shot, and I've been loving that so far. I mean, it's the first Final Fantasy I've played since Final Fantasy X years ago. I wasn't too sure about it, but the more I play of it, the more I really, really enjoy it.
That's funny. That's always the best gift that your parents, even though we're adults, it's still the best gift your parents can give you is a gift card to buy Xbox games.
Absolutely. I get one every year. That's the only thing she knows to get me.
Well, that is the best gift you could get. All right, and what about you, Newf? What have you been playing?
I've been playing with myself, and let me tell you, the ending blows.
Wow.
In all fairness, a bit of everything. I've been playing some Doom, State of Decay. Just started Batman Arkham, Return to Arkham. So that kind of in a nutshell. And I finally finished off Titanfall 2, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. That was some good games there.
Crap.
Yes.
Crap, you better DM me, because what are you trying to cause here? We're going to have some problems.
I already know. I've heard about it.
I see that. Well, I haven't heard about it, so someone might want to fill me in. All right, so what about you, GKB? What have you been playing?
Well, if you saw my stream last night, I was playing a cool game. Not going to talk about that. I was playing a shit ton of Darksiders. There might be a video this week about Darksiders. Hint, hint, maybe. And that's really it, honestly. We're doing a lot of work on, Console Corner and the channel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, see that? It looks awesome.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Busy. We finally get to show you guys everything we've been doing for like the last month and a half. So.
Yeah, all that teasing, all that drinking.
I know, it's crazy. Actually, I've been playing quite a bit, impressively. I've been playing The Cave, which I'm going to say, watch my stream on Thursday and watch for a nice week long of information, I guess you can say, on the upcoming The Cave.
So we see the teasing doesn't stop.
No, not at all.
Nice.
I was also playing Titanfall 2 today. I played Warhammer. I can never remember the second.
Mayo mornings? Hell yeah, we should totally do that.
Mayo. Oh, that's interesting. Mayo mornings.
Mayo.
Mayo. I thought it was male. I'm like, Mayo.
Oh, she's interested, not me. Crap. Get on that.
Anyways. So yeah. I'd have to say I was also playing. I've played Final Fantasy. I finally got to play Final Fantasy 15. Yes! Big thank you to Fox Firex for an amazing Christmas present. And
you shouldn't have, Fox.
And I also have to say, amazing Christmas present from Crap Gamer giving us Titanfall 2. I did not buy it, people. I stood side by side. I did
Damn,
not buy
loopholes. Them
Yep,
loopholes,
them
though.
loopholes.
Well, at least it wasn't an Xbox loophole where you got it for your kids, but you didn't buy it.
Oh yeah, well yeah, definitely didn't. So I definitely appreciate every gift that we got from everyone, and also I was playing. I guess I might as well add that one in too. Dead Rising 4, which was a Christmas gift from Dark Optimist. So thank you for that as well. You guys were all amazing, and we really appreciate everything that you guys do for us.
Yeah.
I was also playing.
You're just playing a lot of games.
I've been trying.
She played more than me.
I played Inside. I was playing Inside. I've been playing the Call of Duty campaign, so I've actually been playing quite a bit. So yeah.
That gamer score, though.
I know that gamer score. Hey, did anybody actually finish their did they do their Xbox score? I had over 25,000 gamer score that I earned this year.
40 something.
Nice.
Wow, nice job.
40 something thousand for me.
I can't even remember.
I think I got like close to 9,000. You guys are putting me to shame.
I'm doing even more than that this year.
Yeah, we'll definitely have even more when it comes to the end. So, all right. So with that, we're now going to jump into the news.
Oh my God, we can do the news?
Yes, we can do the news.
Yay!
All right, let's get into this news. All right, so in a recent interview with a major gaming media outlet that I'm not going to name because I don't really like them, Remedy's game director talked about the linear game design from Alan Wake and Quantum Break. He talked about their upcoming code-named game P7. That's the weirdest code name I've ever heard in my life, but stating that there's going to be some big changes coming out with this kind of game. So wanted to go around the panel and see what everybody thought.
P7, maybe Player 7? No, I doubt it,
I don't
but
think that's gonna
that'd be interesting though. I don't know, my biggest thing is what are they going to really... Are they going to incorporate the two games? Because Alan Awake was an amazing game all on its own. Quantum Break, it had that amazing feature, but it still lacked a little. Like, not a lot of people were happy with the game style that it was because it wasn't really an open... okay, yes, I am on my phone because that's the only way I can keep up with the chat, everybody. So don't worry, I'm not just paying attention to my phone. But yeah, the problem with Quantum Break was that it wasn't a game style that a lot of people enjoyed. So if they were to take
I enjoyed the shit out of it. What are you talking about?
Not a lot, I said.
Well, I think people that didn't enjoy it, they didn't play it right. They didn't use the powers the way they were meant to be used. I mean, I had a shit ton of fun on that game.
Yeah, that's
True,
possible
but
too.
no, I agree with her. She like the majority of people, but like most of us did. But like other like regular gamers are not digging it. They didn't understand why the show had to stop them. They wanted to keep playing, and they felt like there was less gameplay than there was in the game. So that's probably why they didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
I've heard that from other people. That's why. I enjoyed it though. So yeah.
Is that because of the TV shows? Because I mean, I can understand that argument, but Remedy really took a risk by doing that, and I feel like
Right.
it paid off from a narrative perspective.
I
agree.
loved it.
I thought
it was like
fantastic.
Netflix style. I love that. I want to see more of the show.
That's
It
a
felt
great
like it kept me more intrigued to play the game. Like it was just, I don't know, I liked it. It was a nice break in between, real actual actors. And like I said, it intertwined the story really cool. It had some twists and turns. And yeah, I mean, that's one thing that Remedy does really well is they're great storytellers. And I suppose they should because they take a while to put their games out. But I think it was pretty dope. It is too bad that more people didn't gravitate to those games. And maybe the atmosphere, maybe there's too much story for some people's liking. They just want something that's dumb fun. But yeah.
Yeah, like the developer too. He was going on to, which is kind of interesting. They were talking about like multiplayer focus, but with a big narrative. They want to have more open worlds where the players can craft the story. That could be hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. I was waiting for the initial conversation to die down. I wanted to jump in, talking about linear gameplay versus like a more open world platform. I know we had the discussion before. Like sometimes an open world, depending on how much you can or can't do, it gets it loses the real punch or the impact that the game has to offer. I feel as far as like a narrative, and like Quantum Break is obviously like is super like narrative driven as far as like the way you play through the game. Do you feel like it would take away from the impact that the game had? Like, especially with like the cutscenes in the movies and whatnot.
I think that would really depend on how they handle it, because I mean, Remedy is superb at making narrative-based stories and getting those games to flow well. So that's my big question over what this interview said too. They said that the linear gameplay was a missed opportunity,
Yep.
and does that mean they're moving towards open world or multiplayer? And how's that going to affect their storytelling, which has always been Remedy's strong suit in their games?
Well, that's what Sam
Like,
was
I
saying.
feel-
He was like, they're still going to have like a big narrative in there, which is nice. But yeah, how is that going to play together with the whole thing? But I mean, there's games like The Witcher and GTA.
Jack Purchase makes a good comment. He says Quantum Break never stood a chance due to the media hating on it because it was a checkerboard. Wait.
Oh,
Because-
checkerboard.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because it was So
Yeah.
So it'll be cool
Yeah.
this year because that's the end thing to do.
I guess, yeah. If it was releasing this year, it'd probably be.
possibly, but
But it's all the rage with PlayStation 4 Pro, though, right? Fucking, it's the best thing since sliced bread now.
it's still one of those games that's an acquired taste, if you ask me, because of the fact that it is like you were not able to skip those cutscenes, like those movie things. You were not able to skip them. So if you don't like watching shows during your games and you just want to like get through the action and stuff, you had to sit there for almost like 10 to 15 minutes watching this. You didn't have a choice.
I enjoyed it though. I thought I was much like Newf, where I was playing the game, I was getting through a whole bunch of this stuff, and then I could actually just have a break and chill for a second, kind of like clear my head, watch this, short little, little movie thing, and then go back into the gameplay again with like a fresh perspective. Because sometimes you just play like games for a long period of time, and then you're just dying over and over and over and stuff, and it's just because you need that break. And I thought that was really good about it, and it kept me actually playing the game all the way through, almost in one turn, honestly.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Like I enjoy watching TV shows, but if I was to play it again, I don't know if I'd want to like I don't know if maybe I'd want to be able to skip them. If say I'm doing the collectibles or trying to get achievements, I would like the option to be able to skip those though, and not
Absolutely,
have
yeah.
to
I think-
watch them again.
Yeah.
I think,
yeah,
especially in like a replay or like a second
yeah, second
playthrough,
playthrough.
Yeah.
like
Well,
you've already
if you-
experienced that part of it, so I'd be forced to watch it.
That's
True,
where
like-
my issue came in.
Yeah, when you're doing collectibles, like you said, and stuff like that, definitely you don't want to see that because you just want to get through it. But when you're doing the game the second time around and you're making the opposite choices, I'd still watch it. That's just me, though. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's also an achievement on its own too, watching the opposite side of the
Yeah.
stories. So
I
Definitely.
think
someone said you could skip it, but I don't. I tried. I was never able to skip any of the and I went back
Maybe
through
they're
again to
talking
get
about-
the collectibles, and I couldn't skip
Oh.
the cutscenes.
Jack
Oh,
shit.
I gotta check.
Can you tell me how to
Maybe
skip
was
it,
it an
please?
update? Yeah, maybe was it an update, and maybe I missed that because
Maybe.
I did it like this was literally at launch. Like I played through it first, and then played
Oh,
through
Honestly,
it.
I don't
They've done
remember you
updates
I think it
cutting
must
since
have
then.
been patched in because I
If they held
remember.
the button down for like a certain length of time or something, I think it would go. I think.
That had to be a
No.
patch though, because I tried everything when I was doing the collectibles, and
Yeah,
I
you're
could
right.
not skip it at all. Like I.
Here's a question I want to ask the panel too is, they're going like open world focus, and let's be honest here, Remedy takes their sweet ass time making
Oh
a
my
game.
god, I was gonna get to that.
So with an open
How long is
world,
that shit gonna be?
yeah, how long are they gonna take actually to make this game if it's just
Yeah.
gonna be like an open world craziness?
Why is
Especially if
everyone going
they-
open world? Is my biggest question. Why are all these games going open world now?
I don't think per se it's like they're going open world. I just think the technology is, where it is to where they can start doing these bigger open world kind of games like back before they really couldn't do that kind of stuff.
Where
That's a good question, though.
where it's like not as like it doesn't require as much time or resources. Maybe not as many. Maybe not less resources, but it's more achievable. It's more of a feasible option versus like you said, like a while back where that was kind of like cutting edge.
Well, but even now, this generation, when you see an open world game versus something that's more linear, the open world game, typically they're locked at 30 frames per second. You can't get that performance out of the open world because there's so much that the entire system needs to process to keep that running. So, yeah, will that take a visual hit, in one way or another, either a performance or a visual hit to their game style?
Yeah.
I think one thing that I think that kept the interest in Quantum Break was the intensity of it throughout. And I feel like if you added the option to go open world and break that cycle of like moving through the game, that it would take away from like the dramatic like presence the game has, you know what I mean?
And it really changes the pacing, too.
Exactly. Like, go ahead. Somebody took a breath like they were about to go on a rant.
I just wanted
was
to
it?
make a quick to throw this into everybody. Dylan Price says why is everyone assuming it's Quantum Break? We're not assuming that it's another Quantum Break. I don't think it's just that's
using
one
example.
of their games. Like
Right.
No, the reason why we're talking about like Quantum Break in this whole conversation is because they talked about Quantum Break and Alan Wake and their linear story and how they're departing from that in P7. They're going in a different route. So that's kind of how this whole conversation started.
Plus, really, when you're comparing it to their games, that's their games. Alan Wake and Quantum Break, they're their newest games. So obviously, those are the games that would be most
Prevalent to
and comparable to what they could possibly be doing. But we never said that they were making another one or anything like that. So I just want to throw that in. So you can continue, Brutal. I'm sorry.
And you know what, guys? We got to give those guys credit too for actually doing something that we haven't seen in a few years, and that is doing the full motion video in between the game. I mean, that used to be really common in the 90s. Remember the Sega CD and a lot of those games first come out, everything was full motion video, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with that on-point acting.
At least got good production value here. Like it's a legitimate TV show essentially with good actors in it, unlike the fucking 90s stuff, which actually stank.
What was that one
remember
campy horror game on Sega CD that was just horrible acting?
Death Trap?
I think so. Yeah, Death Trap. That was it. Oh my god, that was so bad. It
got
was
it
so
quick.
bad.
Cool. All right, guys, let's go ahead and does anybody else want to talk about this topic before we move on?
Sorry, guys, my dog's making their weekly appearance.
That's all
Oh.
right, no worries.
No, I was gonna just say real quick that the reason why they want to do probably more closer to open world stuff is because they said basically in the article that they have more to say about the story, background information, the town history and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they just want you to like suck in all that information while you're playing,
Yeah,
and
get into
and
the
then you
lore.
could choose where you go and stuff like that. But I think it's interesting. It's just a bit scary because Remedy does take a long ass time. But I'm interested in seeing what they do next. Yes, definitely.
I agree. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and move into SheWulf's favorite topic, and that's hardware.
Yeah.
We have a table, and I was pretending that like I could just like slowly disappear now.
So Scuffer's releasing an Xbox Elite controller mod.
Okay, see, that's not hardware. That's actually interesting.
Well,
Money grab.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna pose to you guys. Is like, so it's gonna give you more of a Scuff feel to it. But at the end of the day, does the Elite controller really need this kind of stuff?
Well, it
Let me ask you
depends.
this quick.
Oh, sorry,
Go
you
ahead,
go.
sorry.
No, you go.
I just had a question to ask you guys real quick to think about while we do this discussion. Everybody listening to, think about the price of a Scuff controller, right?
$150.
Or
Okay.
higher, yeah.
How much? All right, so
Totally
if you go into like the high customization, yeah, you can push into like the 200s.
Yeah.
But look at the price point of a Scuff controller from Scuff that you can buy and customize exactly how you want it. Look at the price point of buying these two editions that are, I think, the two packages. You can get like the triggers, the thumbsticks, and then like the grip package as well for like, I think one's 40 and one's 30. So you're looking at like 220 around, or not 220. Looking at like $70 plus the price of your Elite controller.
True.
Me personally, I would like to just have a Scuff controller come from Scuff and order exactly how I wanted it. What do you guys think about that?
See, now I've never had a Scuff controller, so I don't know what their build quality is like. So, do they have that heft that the Elite controller has?
No.
They have
No.
that like really solid build that the Elite has.
No.
Nope.
We actually have the Scuff controller, and we also have the Elite controller, and
We have two Scuffs and two.
yeah, actually we have two of each. And truthfully, the only difference that may be better on a Scuff controller is
stops.
the trigger stops, because you can actually adjust it exactly where you want it instead of only having two options. But having these mods, to be honest, to give you, because think about it, the main cause of this is more or less the way that the triggers are, because instead of them being on the back of the handles, they're actually coming straight down from where the backing clips onto. So it's giving you a different feel of possibly where your fingers like sit when you're actually trying to use any of the what would you call them? Like
Paddles?
They're yeah,
Like paddles?
paddles. Yes,
Yes,
the paddles.
that.
I was gonna call them triggers, but they're not triggers. The paddles. And because on the Elite, you're really limited to where the two of them are, because they sit so close to the actual grips, where a Scuff controller they hang down. So you can actually kind of be a little more centered, or either two on the outside. So they do, like, I guess it's just more of a variety, and a lot of people are more used to the SCUF controller over the Elite controller when it comes to the paddles.
Because it's been around longer, that's fair.
Exactly, so maybe people actually just preferred those style of paddles over where the Elite controller are. So
it really all comes down to personal preference. If you like the style of
Pretty
SCUF
much,
controllers, get this add-on. If you already have an Elite controller and you miss your SCUF controller from the 360 days, get this $40 add-on. But if you're looking at this as like, you know, like Brutal was saying, why wouldn't I just get a SCUF controller for cheaper? If you just want to have a controller that has the SCUF design, get a SCUF controller. Don't buy an Elite and then buy this add-on from SCUF. That would be, you know, not very smart money-wise.
Actually, technically, it kind of is, because a SCUF controller can range possibly from 250 to higher.
Well, you get their base ones right now for 150.
Well, yeah, but you can now get Elite controllers for about 150 bucks, either pre-owned or possibly deals nowadays, because it's dropped so low. So to buy that, and especially the weight and the feel of this controller is big difference from the SCUF. Like the Elite controller has so much more texture.
Well, the SCUF's just a modded Xbox One controller.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
I think that I think Mike made a good point, and this is where I think the target market that we're going to see the most people buying it from is people that already own an Elite controller, like as like an addition, you know, rather than buying an Elite controller and buying the package to customize it further. I think this is going to be more for like people with the afterthought of wanting more customization to their Elite controller, rather than, because I still think it's like SCUF has the market still for whatever you want to call them,
like competitive gaming, MLG.
like competitive gaming. Yeah, I mean, you're not playing like you're not playing like any competitive like MLG like on any higher level if you don't have a SCUF controller. Like when I'm playing COD, like I don't have a SCUF controller, so I'm playing like I had a old one that broke, so I play like claw style when I'm playing COD. But you have to play like that. You have to have that almost nowadays. Like it's a requirement to play on any like competitive level. And I think if you get to the point where you're playing competitive to where you need that, to where it's a necessity, where you're wanting to spend that amount of money, you're going to go with SCUF anyways, because that's the name. That's the name that it comes with. You know, that's the name that's associated with MLG, with competitive gaming.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this much: when it comes to any of these controllers, I'm not spending that kind of cash unless they can guarantee me that I can stop those wall bouncing turd burglars in Gears of War.
That ain't gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
I think it's not them as a matcher, man.
Yeah, cool.
Jay Williams wants to know what beer you're drinking.
Jay, I am drinking an Angry Orchard crispy apple.
You're a crispy apple.
I am a crispy apple, honestly.
Wow.
Don't hate.
I don't want to know.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic, and one I'm kind of really excited about, actually, is the Fanatec CEO accidentally leaks Forza Motorsport 7 with a blog post. He goes on and talks about, you know, Turn 10 and all that stuff and what his conversations were with them, and it's looking good for Fanatec being in a wheel for Forza Motorsport 7. But at the end of the day, did we really not see Forza Motorsport 7 coming out this year? Like, honestly...
I had a good laugh when it was a leak, because it's like, well, what else is going to come out in the fall? They just had,
you're just confirming what we already knew.
Wait, technically, come on. They could have just stopped making them. I know it's not obviously plausible because all of us would first.
That's blasphemy.
But it is always possible that they could have had, like, not come out with anything. It is possible. They could have waited another
year. They could have skipped a year, whatever, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I don't think it'll happen, but it's
not
not
like
always
coming out this fall.
Sure, I mean, understandable, but Scorpio, that's all I gotta say. So,
yeah,
no,
they're
not gonna do that.
They would be dumb not to.
And to be honest, like,
yeah.
Turn 10 guys and Forza Motorsports always pushes the resolution in frames per second, like, every time they come out. They usually come out around the new consoles, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about Fanatec talking about this, because I do have a CSR wheel from Fanatec. I have the whole, you know, stuff and all that stuff. Tomorrow's video
and all that stuff.
He has all that stuff.
Yeah, tomorrow's video actually shows that off, so you guys get to see that.
That
and
shit
that
ain't
was
cheap,
the exciting
people.
aspect about this announcement is that they're working hand in hand with Turn 10, working with feedback from their customers that have these racing wheels. You know, working on the force feedback and all that, getting things the way their customers want them, as well as the way Turn 10 wants them. I think that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go Fox.
Go ahead. No, you go.
Go.
I was just gonna say, especially for GKB, when he came back from overseas, which everyone knows, one thing he wanted, and the only thing he wanted was that wheel. And it's great quality. Like, it really is. Like, the metal that they use and everything, it is amazing. It's not cheap plastic.
I'm going to piss off some people in the chat right now, and probably a lot of Xbox fans. Forza Horizon 3 is fantastic, but motorsports is where it's at if you're, like, into wheels and driving and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Just
buddy.
hands down.
Absolutely. If you want that
Simulation.
simulation-style racer, you
Hell yeah.
need to get into the motorsport series.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But what I was getting at, though, was we had a huge disappointment when we found out that the Xbox One wasn't compatible with it. So it kind of just ended up sitting there for quite a while, not being used because
We'll have to play like the PC.
or the 360, yeah, which is just not the same, right? As you know, most console gamers know, that's just not the same. Especially when you have new games that came out like Forza Motorsport 6 and even Forza Horizon 3 can't play them. So to find out that they're working with it and that could mean like any new mods that are coming should be able to work with those wheels.
Or their whole line of wheels that they've produced up till now will be able to work with the Scorpio and stuff, which would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay. You guys just gave me an awesome idea that somebody needs to jump on ASAP. There's one type of game in Microsoft's lineup that they definitely need to get. It should be a Mario Kart game, but it's with Forza. Forza Kart. What do you think?
Dude, I would be down for that. Absolutely.
Who would be the avatars in it?
Like Master Chief and
You got
Oh my god,
Popular.
imagine seeing freaking
Jewel.
Marcus Phoenix driving
Yeah,
this
Marcus
little
Phoenix.
tiny freaking
Like,
like
all
he
the
could be
games-
Bowser. He could
my
be like
fucking
Bowser
tomatoes.
driving this little tiny
my fucking tomatoes.
amazing.
He could throw tomatoes at everybody.
Yeah,
that
that'd
could
be
be his specialty.
Yo,
like miniature
Microsoft.
versions of their
Get us up
in their
here.
like in-game vehicles.
Yeah.
Like a miniature like Warthog. You could have like a miniature ghost you
yeah.
could drive around. That'd be
I
fucking
would-
sick.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
my
that would be
instant.
hilarious.
I would buy that in an
That
instant.
game would sell like friggin' mad kicks, and they really need a niche game like that too, because like Nintendo's got Mario Kart every year, and it's such a great game, and they really need one like that. I think that's an awesome idea. Somebody
Well,
Nintendo lives off their niche games. That's why they're still in business.
Or she could have a core bot that's made out of a car.
Or like a
Yeah.
like
Oh
a
man, that's
like a
amazing.
TNK.
The tank
That's
top.
amazing.
I
It'll
know,
come out 4
right?
months after the game releases.
No, but like
yeah,
Xbox
Conquer.
did try
Conquer
doing
would
that
be a good
with
one.
Joyride, and
Ooh.
it didn't really work out. And it was like your own avatars driving around and stuff.
See?
Well,
So that
but
didn't really
that's
go
not
anywhere.
funny though. Like that's not. You have to have those. You have to have those characters that
Could you imagine,
everybody
like,
relates to.
Master Chief like just jumping up out of the Warthog for a second just to pull out a rocket launcher and shoot you with it and shit.
What?
That would be
I would
hilarious.
be
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
dying.
That
Or
would be
like
so
you could have a
hilarious.
needler. You could have like a needler power up that's like the equivalent of like a red shell. It
Oh
just
my
traces
God.
your ass.
Just
Yeah, it
traces
just
you.
traces your ass down.
Damn.
Well,
You
here's
get
the
a-
best part.
Chance to
Friendships
get
would be
excited over
lost.
this.
I
If
don't
we
know.
played
I'm
that,
still
console corner would be no
on.
more.
I'm still stuck on Marcus Phoenix throwing tomatoes at people instead of. Well, you know how like the bananas work?
Yeah,
They like
that
flip
would
the
be
cars
awesome.
and stuff. Instead, they're tomatoes.
Damn, I
them to do it,
want
but,
this
like,
game.
I want them to do it, but like rate it mature though.
And Conquer would throw out beer, and that when it hits you, you would drive your car like you're drunk.
Yeah, like slow
Oh
you
my
down.
god, that would be hilarious.
Holy
Good
shit.
stuff.
$1 million idea right
You
here.
could draw. You could like call in Hammer of Dawn.
Copyright.
All right,
we
this is
need
the
to
last
just
episode of
copyright the
Console Corner.
Gospel
We're game
Corner right
developers
now. 'Cause
We're all quitting our jobs to become game.
This is
devs.
amazing. I want to play
God.
this shit right now.
You can come to my house, have grilled cheese and Mountain Dew, so we can get started.
Mountain Dew.
Anybody else on Forza 7? Like, are you surprised that's coming or not?
no.
No,
Before we
If
move
we're
on.
surprised, that's coming, then
Amazing that it's
Forza
like that
Motorsport
it's pretty
4.
much confirmed though.
Yeah.
That part is
Yeah.
definitely, you
I,
know.
I think it's awesome that he went to the forums and he was talking to the fans that love those wheels, and he was like, hey, what do you guys want to know? What should I ask? Because he wants to, be in
Yeah.
contact with them and get their stuff working better, especially with the game and everything. So, I mean, it's no surprise that the game is coming, but it's cool that he's actually talking to the fans of those wheels. So, yeah.
Cool. All right, so the last news topic before we get into the regular topics today, the leaks keep on coming from Newegg this time.
Oh my god!
They announced 2 new
I saw it.
controllers on their site. The controllers are named Ocean Shadow and Winter Forces, and what does everyone think they are? They're coming out February 8th from,
Yep.
I don't know if that's a placeholder. That seems
I paid,
very specific, though.
I
very
paid
early.
$200 to spend my night with a girl named Winter Shadow one time, and it didn't work out too well.
Does your fiance know about that?
Oh, uh-oh.
That was before her.
Doesn't count then.
I think the Winter Forces, though, I think is going to be another one of those military ones.
I think it's gonna be like the Arctic camo type.
Yeah, it's going to be like like an Arctic camo kind of thing.
I think
that'd
that
be pretty cool.
I think it's cool they put out these, and I get like the idea for like exclusivity where they're like giving
I
it
love
as like.
controllers, man. I'll buy them all.
But I think they should be. I think they should eventually, and I think it would be a good idea for Microsoft to add, like a gradient style like option under the design lab.
What do you mean?
Like the shadow ones are like the gradient, but you want it on the design lab so you can make your own.
Yeah, so you could like pick two colors to have like your gradient like fade, like how you want.
Oh.
That would be.
You know what'd
what
be
I mean?
cool? I doubt this will ever happen, but what if they allowed you to change the faceplate of your controller without voiding your warranty? If they made that interchangeable, so you could just go to the design lab and order your own special faceplate and customize it the way you want it, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. That would be cool for the Elite controller. For
I
sure.
could see. The
Yeah.
only problem with the Elite controller is it has that cool rubber fabric that's on it. So I
No,
think
the top part. The top part doesn't have it.
So what if like they?
Well,
mean
it's
like
all
rubberized
all
texture
over.
grip
yeah,
thing?
it's got like a no. Even the top has like
has-
this. It's
Yeah,
got a
I
rubbery
understand.
feel to the top of it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's like a matte finish, kind of.
It's like
Yeah.
a fake suede or something.
Yes, thank you.
I got you. I don't know. I think new controllers are cool. I want them.
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah, I
would,
dig it.
honestly, I would even like to just see them start off with like what Mike just said, like a matte finish or a glossy finish, or even like a sparkly finish. Like
I want mine bedazzled.
let's bedazzle, baby. Like just to add something else instead of just a solid bright color.
They used to have the chrome ones for the 360. I would like
Yeah.
to see those again.
Yeah, the chromes were nice. PlayStation just recently came out with they had like silver and gold that you could get at GameStop.
Yeah, gold looks cool.
Condom
Wasn't
color.
There was a gold controller on the 360 for like the C-3PO console or something,
yeah.
wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yep.
X
Yeah,
cart,
that was dope.
nice brutal X cart.
Yeah, X cart coming
I
at
like
you
that. X-Cart.
2025.
Let's do this.
Well,
No, but
we got a developer in the chat. Mighty Studios, come on,
Mighty,
come work with us,
do
buddy.
it!
Come on, Mighty. Make this game. Make it happen.
Buy all
You'll be
the rights
rich.
to all those franchises right now, so you can.
What,
do
is
it.
Dawn in there too? Because I think he can help
Yeah,
out.
yeah, Don's. I think the Don's in there too.
Yo, Mighty's
Done.
like idea. He's like, how about a totally inappropriate Carts Against Humanity?
Wow.
That would be awesome.
This
Wow.
card's weapon is the big black. Wait, what?
You'd have like
Rated M.
single mom of six Chevy Cavalier.
Wow. Just wow. That one
my
in a
God.
whole nother way than I thought it was
Yeah,
going
dude.
to.
All right, let's go get back into the topics.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. So that orange shadow, I wonder what that looks like. Because I really love my Dawn shadow. And
She got
Ocean
the
shadow.
pink shadow.
Did she?
yeah, yeah.
I want the blue
It's-
shadow.
Blue Shadow's dope.
I want
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
They did,
But I
Did
do wonder
anybody
what
see
that
that,
orange,
solid red
that
one?
ocean
Yeah,
one
there's like a
looks
solid red one. Even though I don't like with the Gears one out, it's kind of like, I would just get the Gears one if I was gonna get a red one.
Yeah. If you're gonna go red, go Gears. If you're gonna go like a silver, then go Halos, because they got JDs out.
Yeah.
Or you can do what's his name I can't think of his name right now for some
What's
reason.
up to the 82 people watching us right now? We love you guys. Thank you so much for rocking out with us on Tuesday.
And definitely always thank you for supporting us. We really appreciate it. But while we wait for Brutal to try to remember somebody's name, now with the new year also comes new goals and new excitement. So
Oh, I
we're
can't wait for
going
this
to
topic.
go around the panel and see what is everyone's 2017 gaming resolutions. What did you, wait, don't worry, as always, we like to include the people in the chat. So please also tell us your gaming resolutions and we may read some of them out. So
Post them in the chat.
let's see them, guys. All right, so who wants to start with their gaming resolution on the panel?
I think my number one gaming resolution. I hope that my gaming resolution in 2017 is 4K 60, but I'll take whatever I can get. But
Whatever your wallet can afford.
my real resolution is streaming. I really want to get like Beam going again. Yeah, that's my big one. And to put more focus into achievements. I'm really not an achievement hunter, and I want to be, but I hate
They can
playing
be
games
fun,
again after I get done.
addicting, and frustrating, bro.
Well,
I know, like I play like indies and like I'll play through them a couple
Trying
times
to
because
get
they're
100%.
short.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like when it comes to like AAA titles and stuff like that, I enjoy playing the game rather than like stressing out about finding like all the achievements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just never been my thing to be an achievement hunter, but I'd like to have a higher gamer score, but you know, it is what it is.
Cool.
Amen to that.
I'll go next. So my first one is like I want to do more of the same as I did last year, and that's play a whole bunch of games and genres that I haven't been playing. This year was like a real eye opener for me because before this year I was playing like a lot of shooters, and that's pretty much all I would play. I didn't play anything else. My goal for this or last year, 2016, was to just play everything I could possibly get my hands on. I did that. I got 40,000 gamer score because of it, and I want to continue that. It's really opened my eyes up to some really great experiences. Another one is just like Brutal. I want to become a better streamer. I want to do big things with Beam this year. That's one of the focuses for the channel and Beam and all that kind of stuff. And also, this is one I think me and SheWulf kind of share, is we want to hit a bunch of gaming conventions and see some of you awesome community members out there and shake your hand, talk to you, talk about all your gaming experiences and all that kind of stuff. That's what we're going to try and do this year.
Yep. All right, so a couple people in the chat. We have Luca says, focus more on games and less on drama.
Oh, that's a big one.
That
That's
would
the
be
best one I've heard.
amazing if everyone would have that.
Everyone should take that one, yes.
We have Bon NX75 says he would like, he's got two parts here, hold on, maybe hit 100,000 gamer score or get an invite onto one of these shows. I'm a 35-year-old gaming vet who just started a con science degree, thinking about making a game one day too, maybe.
Cool.
That'd be cool to make a game. Who else?
X card.
Yeah, X card. Someone can start. Jesse says, play more COD and get higher. That's always a good one.
That's everybody's.
Ooh,
A higher level?
Citizen has a great one. I would like to finish a massive RPG without having to refer to a wiki.
Good luck. Man.
That would be awesome, and I definitely
That's a
agree with you.
hell of a
Those are
challenge.
so hard to, but
You know
I
how
don't
you do
think
that?
I would be able to.
Is get a review code before there's any guides out, and then play it before anybody else does.
Yeah, because then you don't have a choice. You have to.
Yeah, you have to do it yourself.
You're
Yeah.
forced to do it.
Yeah, you're forced.
You are forced to do it. All right, so who else on the panel would like to throw out theirs?
I'll go
Oh, man.
next.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Well, my biggest resolution for this year when it comes to gaming is I don't want to buy a game until I'm ready to play it. I have this habit of buying games the day they launch because I'm super hyped for them. And so I'm still regretting buying Titanfall 2 the day that it launched because then less than a month later on the Black Friday sale it was like half price. So that is my biggest resolution.
Damn.
Is to wait until I'm ready to play a game before I buy it because I hadn't even played Titanfall 2 and it was already half the price. So I was like, God damn it.
You know what's funny? I just want to quickly add to that one. I kind of was thinking the same thing about Battlefield 1 because it actually went with Titanfall 2 for $30 for both games on the
know.
digital
Yeah, there was-
sale. I was
Yep,
like, are you
bundle.
kidding me?
Yeah.
We could
My
have got
wallet's
both
still
of them
hurting
for
from
half
that
the
sale.
price.
Yeah, that sale was insane.
So, yeah, it was...
Very true.
My other resolution is to try to play games differently. In games that give you the choice to try to make choices for your character, I always play as the good guy who's out to save everybody and
I'm the opposite,
be
bro. I do
nice
all the
and help
evil.
everybody out. And this year, if I come across a game that lets you make those choices, I want to be the evil asshole who steals
Hell
everything
yeah.
from everybody and
That's my
kills
favorite
everybody.
one, dude. Like Skyrim,
Wow.
I can't like go into like any town because I killed everybody. It's awesome.
So you want to be an asshole then?
Yeah, I want to try it out. You know, I see all these.
2017, you want to be...
Hey,
Mike, I'll send you pointers.
You know, Skyrim is the perfect example. I see so many Let's Plays where people play as like a thief character and they go around stealing shit and murdering people and all that kind of. It looks like fun, and I've never played that game that way. For as many hours as I put into this game, I'm always the hero, and I just like to try a different play style and see how that suits me.
That's
awesome.
an awesome idea, and hopefully you'll stream it and let people experience that with you. That would be cool.
Yeah, I bet you have a lot of fun with that.
Oh yeah,
We're
if
totally
anybody wants
pushing
to
that
watch a
streaming
stream
thing.
I
like
am,
after
yeah,
midnight
I
on a
am.
Saturday, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm definitely pushing the streaming thing. But yeah, what about you, Fox?
Damn. Well, for me, I feel like I have a lot compared to everybody else. But I'm gonna agree with GKB and Brutal on the fact that I want to stream more, so that will be fun. And
Hopefully on Beam.
hopefully
strong
on Beam.
stream.
But until then, Twitch gotta do it.
Beam,
Girl,
hurry up
you
and
better
get
take
app out.
take that Twitch out your mouth. It's all time for Beam.
I can't do it. I got followers.
Say it.
But yeah, I gotta work on my backlog. So
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
I need to do that. Just like Mike, I gotta stop buying games because I haven't finished most of them and I feel bad. But yeah, I gotta work on my backlog and obviously work on my YouTube channel. I gotta live up to that upcoming YouTuber thing and work on YouTube better.
Yeah.
Like gets the award and just like never posts a video ever.
Imagine that would be hilarious. I'm just like I'm on Console Corner now,
I got the word. I'm out. Peace.
right?
Wow.
But yeah, there you go.
Interesting. What about you, Newf?
Well,
I
you know
think
what?
you
I've
went
got to
next.
get to. I've got a lot of games on my backlog. As a matter of fact, I'd say my backlog is probably piled up higher than a friggin' outhouse at the friggin' Lollapalooza. But
All them drugs make you shit your pants. I know.
Yeah.
yeah, got a lot of games I want to play. A lot of games I want to finish. I'd like to bring my gamer score up a bit. Although I'm with the same as Brutal. I don't really play games for achievements. Like if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I'm not gonna like spend a lot more hours in a game that's unnecessary. Like searching the dark corners of every planet or every map just to find all these little secrets and
Collectibles.
dumbass things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would like to bring it up a little bit. I'd like to play and complete a lot more of the games. I kind of with Mike as well. I've been buying a lot of games spontaneously, and they just sit in my collection, and I don't get around to them. And some of the multiplayer stuff, by the time I actually get there, most people are done and gone. Like you would not believe how freaking hard it is for me to find a co-op partner to play Battlefront. It's crazy. Like every time I try to find someone that's just like, nope, no, we got it uninstalled, or I don't play it anymore. It's like. And with that game, it sucks because you can't bring in a random person. You have to bring a friend. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to play that because I bought it for game time and I just haven't played it since. So I feel bad.
Wait, what
we
game?
should play that. Battlefront.
Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront, yeah. Honestly, for me, I'd have to say, like, my biggest thing is obviously streaming. Streaming is a big one, just getting comfortable with it and interacting with all of our viewers and being able, it's going to sound cheesy, but getting to know, more gamers and just have, I know, right? It's always the cheesiness. But just having an amazing time with each and every one of you guys on Twitter and all that, I think it would just be an awesome experience and definitely to make, going to conventions, meeting everybody, and just having a fun time with actually experiencing this year without the drama, like pretty much what Lucas said. Enjoy gaming instead of the drama that is all over Twitter all the time. I think it would just be an amazing 2017.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I know,
The community
it's
would be awesome.
Cheesy.
It's cheesy, but oh well.
Yeah, I think the less drama thing is resolution number 1 for sure.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
just
that.
gonna stay away from it. If you got it, don't tweet me in it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think any of us particularly try to start up any drama, but when we see stuff going on, we tend to chime in. And I'm not speaking for everybody on the crew. I'm speaking for myself now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
just
that would be a
need-
great
I just
resolution to
need
just
people
ignore the
to
drama,
see
let it
it.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree, and most of us do try to stay out of that. But all right, so also with 2017 brings up, of course, great shows that we all wait for and always wanting to see what the consoles and these companies are going to bring us next. So with that, we're going to start a little bit earlier, but what would everyone's E3 predictions actually be
2017.
for 2017 for the games that are supposed to be announced throughout the year, more or less? Might as well start now and let's see who's actually right or wrong. We'll keep track of it over the year and
We're all wrong.
yeah, we're all wrong. I know, right?
She's gonna write it down and be like, "You were wrong."
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Bye.
It'd be funny. So, all right. So, what's everyone's predictions for 2017 when it comes to gaming?
We're gonna see Forza 7 for sure.
Well,
So
you're right on
that's a
that
prediction
one.
there.
It's pretty simple.
Hey guys,
actually.
I like to play it safe and then slide into the more difficult parts, just like my romantic life.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see um, this might be another safe one, but I want to see like more aspects of Scalebound aside from just like the boss fight that we saw. I'd like to see like some gameplay, some like environment stuff from Scalebound.
Yeah.
That I think that Cuphead's going to be delayed past this first quarter of 2017, and we're going to get to see more of that in E3. And as far as like new games and stuff, like I'm never really good with this kind of stuff. So, what do you guys think we're gonna like? What new stuff do you guys think we're gonna see? Because I'm not really too sure about that.
Are we talking just E3 predictions, or are we talking 2017 predictions
2017.
overall?
2017
Yeah,
more or
2017.
less, but most of it ties into E3 to be honest. Like that's the
Yeah,
big
that's
one where
where
we're
they
where
announce
we
it.
would see it
Well,
in the long run.
I think for the next 9 to 10 months, we're probably going to see a lot of shitty articles about whether or not we really need a Scorpio and is all that power really worthwhile. That's just an overall 2017 prediction.
That's a
Um,
good one though.
I also predict that we're going to see the Nintendo Switch sell out on launch day. They're going to sell all 20,000 units that they ship to their distributors. and Nintendo's going to ship out another 5,000 units every week, creating artificial demand.
Take a zero off that. Take a zero off that 20,000.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2,000 units on launch day.
Probably.
And
They'd be selling for 20,000. That's what you meant.
no, and I have a feeling that at E3 we're probably going to see Microsoft announce a new IP that's been worked on in secret and hopefully launches sometime this year in the fall,
Yeah.
kind of like what they did last year with some of their games. I think that would be a standout moment. Like this is a Scorpio developed title that nobody knew anything about. Really surprise us because that I think would be awesome.
Cool.
Very
I
nice.
agree.
You're playing it safe, but very nice.
You'll see some. I think you'll see some Red Dead footage.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, definitely see
Definitely
Red
see that.
Dead.
We've already seen footage of that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you think we're gonna see like?
You'll see gameplay for sure at E3.
Do you think we'll see
Or before that, or
Scorpio
on their
gameplay?
I don't know, man. I think Sony might be already having that, don't they?
What?
The rights for that or marketing.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I would like to see a new Skyrim. Or something along that lines
A new-
from.
I'd like to see a new like Elder
Elder
Scrolls.
yeah.
Yes, sorry, Elder Scrolls.
Maybe like a
I think
new
because Mike
series from
said
Elder
he was
Scrolls.
talking about.
I think Bethesda said a while back they had nothing related to that for quite some time, so I wouldn't get my hopes up on that
I
one.
thought,
Unless they're trying to surprise us, because I mean they announced Doom and then it came out like very shortly afterwards. So who knows?
Well,
Maybe they're working on something and they don't want us to think they are.
well, when we heard the rumors for Doom, they cut that down pretty fast. They were like, no, we would never do that. And then all of a sudden, just
Kaboom.
before E3, we saw the trailer and then we got the actual gameplay.
Well, see, now-
footage. So
Are you on your predictions?
Part of me believes them that they're not working on the Elder Scrolls 6 actively right now because they have the Elder Scrolls Online that launched about what, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
true.
they're invested
And they're
on
always
keeping
releasing
that
content
going.
for that.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
So who knows where they're going with that
They have
franchise?
like a couple
People are saying
expansions.
Jade Empire 2.
that would be cool.
I'm excited
Well-
to see like what Sony brings to E3.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Here's my take. I think Microsoft really blows Crackdown out of the water, really plays that up a lot this year. Maybe something in relation to Scorpio itself and how it utilizes that extra hardware capability. I got a funny feeling we're seeing at least one, if not two IPs. I would not be surprised if we don't see a new Conquer or a Banjo-Kazooie game unveiled by Rare. And
Interesting.
I don't think Rare. I think Rare's gonna be too focused with Sea of Thieves to really push
They have
out
two
another
teams, though.
game. Oh yeah, that's true.
But that game's almost done, though. That's the thing.
Nigel,
We're talking a year out here, right?
Yeah, they got two teams though too. They got two Barnhouse things.
Yeah,
I
because
think.
Nigel
one
Ramos
team
brought
is
up a
gonna be
good idea.
one is gonna be stuck with Sea of Thieves because they have to update that with it being an MMO style game. They're gonna have to constantly update that. So
What was that? Bro?
I would love to hear that somebody's working on a new Fable. That would be awesome.
that would be cool.
I also think we're going to see a new Splinter Cell game, and I got a funny feeling Microsoft locks up exclusive rights to
We
the
are
DLC.
well. There's already rumor for a new Splinter Cell.
I think GKB got a little tingly when you said that.
Yeah, he's getting his pants are getting all tight now. Can you guys just stop?
Why do you hit me?
That or because
I
Star
heard
Wars is
Splinter.
coming out
That was an inmating him.
at the end of the year, Episode 8. I would not be surprised if we see some related Star Wars game, possibly even the highly rumored Knights of the Old Republic sequel.
Well, aren't we already getting Battlefront 2 in the fall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
that's possible.
Well, it would be nice to see something that's not multiplayer focused come from them too. Maybe a story driven game.
That would be cool.
This is gonna sound cheesy, but I want to see what Destiny 2 is gonna be.
Yeah. If it comes out this year.
It's supposed to release fall.
I think-
Well,
so.
we'll see.
I think it's gonna be announced, but I don't think it's gonna come out.
Ooh.
I think it's going to have like at least
Yeah.
5 DLC packs that come out year after year after year.
At $30 a pop.
Yeah, I know,
Exactly.
right?
And then after it's all said and done, you can buy the entire collection for less than $30 on a sale.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so true.
I think Nigel Ramos in the chat, he said that we may see some. He said we might see some Xbox VR stuff, and it's not going to be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be like a proprietary like Xbox VR per se, but I think we'll see some Xbox games, a little bit of VR stuff talked about from Microsoft. Whether it's VR or like AR with HoloLens, something is going to be showcased with some kind of augmented or virtual reality.
Yeah, that's one of my predictions,
that's a good
too.
call.
Now, do you think they'll save that more for like the game developers conference and maybe let E3 focus more on games that are traditional games?
I don't know, man.
I have a theory on that.
The majority of I mean, I don't want to say the majority because that may not be exactly true, but like PlayStation did a lot of VR stuff.
Well, and we see what that did. For them.
Yeah, I mean, true, but at the same time, like VR is still something that's going to be around, and it's only going to be more refined as we go on. And I think that at some point, like Microsoft needs to address like VR and like start saying like we're here, but we're just waiting for it to be right, And I think that maybe we could see some stuff that's pretty far out, but could still be viable and worth talking about at E3.
Cool. All right, Fox, what you got?
Oh, well, I was going to say I can see new IPs coming out from Microsoft this on E3.
You gonna take a stab
So-
at any?
No, new IPs. I don't know. Whatever. I can see better VR games coming out this year, whether it be from Oculus or PlayStation or whoever. I can see that. As well as Scorpio. I can see them announcing a release date before Christmas.
Are we gonna see
before
hardware?
November.
Are we gonna see hardware at E3?
Well, maybe Scorpio stuff if they announce it beforehand.
You guys
Maybe
really
show it
don't.
off.
You guys really don't think? Somebody said, You guys really don't think we're gonna see Scorpio hardware at E3?
I have my own thoughts when I go.
I think they're going to have their own event for Scorpio hardware, and then they're going to focus on games at E3.
I think
All right,
so.
guys, let's put out the
I-
velvet rope.
I think they're
okay,
probably
hold on.
gonna show
I
it
have
off.
one. I have one huge prediction.
Huge.
Yep.
You say Switch is gonna launch on
It's
it.
bigger than everybody else.
No, I was gonna say more remasters.
What are we-
You're gonna have more
God.
remasters. You watch. It's
No,
No.
that's a PlayStation trademark.
hey, Xbox got plenty of remasters out there too, so it's not just them.
True.
Yeah, we have a shitload of remasters. It's true.
Yes.
But if the games carry forward from here on out, I'm all right with remasters from previous gen games as long as I can keep them with me as a future library into my next system.
True. All right, I'm gonna go. I think actually Nintendo's gonna have a huge showing at E3 this year. I think they're gonna put forth a lot of effort. I think they're gonna show off some fan favorites like a new Smash Brothers. I'm just gonna throw it out there. And I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised about the third-party support on the Switch as well. I think this is the year for the Scorpio, as like Aaron Greenberg's tweeted out. I'm with like everyone else. I think they're going to have their own separate event for the Scorpio, just to get that out of the way, so they don't spend so much time at E3.
Or will they do it at the Microsoft event?
They could do it at the building thing, the building conference.
It kind of seemed to keep
Or they can have its own.
Microsoft though and Xbox separate.
No, they talk about in the building thing. They talk about Xbox too. They talk about like features and all that kind of stuff. So.
Well, yeah.
I think we're going to see an Oculus or Vive partnership with VR. I think they're going to announce that probably at the Builder Conference or somewhere else. I also think all the VR games on either of those platforms will be on Xbox, so they can just have like a big, huge like showing of VR games. I think E3 is going to be another showing of some really cool features coming out. I don't know if they're going to be like Scorpio specific or not, but who knows yet. I'm still like up in the air with the whole like Scorpio and what that's going to bring to the table.
Yeah.
I think
Good.
I was just gonna say I think you're I'm just seeing people talk about it in the chat, so I want to like reiterate what you said. I think you're right. I think not only do I think that Nintendo's going to, I think they need to like bring a lot this year because look at like what they did last E3. Like when it was like Breath of the Wild, Microsoft and Sony. It wasn't Nintendo. It was just Breath of the Wild. Like there wasn't not a lot that we saw coming out of Nintendo, and now with the Switch hype, I mean they have to, right? I mean,
I think everybody's going to be pleasantly surprised with Switch this year. My last thing for Xbox, I think, like Newf was saying, they're going to show off Splinter Cell on the Xbox One stage. They're going to have like marketing rights, but I think it's going to be a multi-plat for all the systems. I don't think it's going to be any kind of exclusivity with Xbox, except for maybe some DLC or something like that. For Sony, I think they're going to have a hard time standing out this year. Not a hard time selling, not a hard time anything else. A hard time standing out with the Switch and Scorpio coming out, and I think Nintendo and Microsoft is going to push those things really hard.
Sony kind of like put all their cards on the table already.
They're already out there, but I still think they have. And this was my next thing for Sony is I think they still have a bunch of great IPs that they're sitting on. Yeah, they might be CG and stuff, but they do really good fan service for the Sony fans and stuff, and they're probably going to see more of that. At E3.
We'll see. Do you think we'll see Last of Us? More Last of Us 2 mentioned?
Yeah.
We may also see a couple of actual release dates for some of their games that they have been showing us over last year and stuff.
Low-key shots fired.
What?
I think
I was being serious.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Right. Well, I think everybody's learned that when Sony gives us a release date, that we have to take that with a grain of salt, because how many games that they launched that were first-party exclusives that got delayed more than once?
Honestly, though, man,
almost all of them.
like my Xbox has had a lot of delays too on our end.
Oh yeah, it's not one-sided there when it comes to that.
Like I've been so
We all
salty
know
that Cuphead's getting delayed.
it's been the generation of betas, remasters, and delays. We all know that.
That's the status quo lately.
But instead of jumping into faults of last year, because of course this is 2017 and we're trying to move forward.
New year, new me.
Yeah, but sadly,
Real quick on the Cuphead thing that Brutal put out there, they put out on Twitter that like a link to their website, and it looks like mid-2017 that they're actually going to release it. So
we heard that before, so
that's
we
true.
shall see.
You're right.
Well, you know what pickles my balls is all these games that fucking get delayed months and months, if not years later, and then you still get them on day one, and they need a patch and an update. It's like 5 gigabytes. You're like, what in the hell is this shit?
Yeah.
It's the only way they can keep them on
But,
time.
all right, so sadly, before we can actually drop the bad news of things, also coming this year, as we've all been talking about, of course, is the Nintendo Switch. So a lot of hype is going around the media, and what people are saying, what mistakes Nintendo cannot afford to make for 2017. So, with a couple of media examples, there's pricing the Switch too high, lacklusting launch lineup, supply issues.
Oh, that's going to be for sure.
And inability to retain third-party support are just a few that have been mentioned in the media. Do you guys agree with these, or do you guys disagree and think that maybe the Switch may actually make a bigger hit in 2017 than we actually think?
I think it's going to be a big hit, actually.
100%, and it will be a hit, yes.
I'm sure it's going to be a hit in 2017. Whether it's going to continue to be a hit in 2018, that's really the question.
I think that we're going to see a repeat of the Wii fiasco when Wii first dropped. I think we're going to see, like you guys said, limited supply when it comes out, but we're going to also see a good price point, which is why they're going to sell out really fast. Switch has a lot of hype behind it, but I think that at the same time, Switch is a new concept for gaming. Overall as a complete package, it's new for like somebody to present their Starlight console in this mobile environment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if they market it right, which that launch trailer was meh, like I think Switch needs to make people well aware that this isn't just for mobile gaming. You know what I mean? They need to highlight the fact that this is a stay-at-home console too.
Yeah.
because it's being pitched as like this mobile thing, and like whether or not like it's true or not, which it is from what we've heard, that there's drops in computing power and whatnot from when it's docked versus when it's not docked. Mobile gaming doesn't necessarily muster up feelings of like of power and
Cutting edge.
yeah, and I mean that's not like what. Granted, they're not by any means touting that they're the powerhouse of the gaming market, but at the same time, like to capture an audience that's outside of mobile, like mobiles doesn't have that punch, you know. Thanks, Miles.
But so because Mike actually kind of made this joke earlier, do you guys think that they may actually do supply issues, or do you think they'll actually try to bring out more than what we should?
They've already thrown out like small numbers already. Like I think they were saying like US is like 2 million units. Like that's absurd.
They'll choke the market. They've done it with every freaking.
Look at the NES Classic.
And they
Exactly,
still
that was
haven't
the
brought out
example I was gonna
really.
use.
At least I don't think in the U.S. they haven't really brought out more that a lot of us know about, because, or if they have, they're already sold. But
The EB games around here are getting them in like maybe a shipment every 2 weeks, and they're getting like
God.
4 or 5 units, and people are buying them like the first 10 minutes in the store. Like I keep calling, and I keep
didn't know
getting the
EB
same
games are
runaround.
still a
It's
thing.
brutal.
yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, this GameStop owns them, but they kept the EB Games name up here in Canada.
yeah.
Does anybody remember Babbage's? Sorry, random topic.
Are you saying real words right now, bro? What is that?
Babbage's. That was like EB Game. Like before EB Games was EB Games, it was Electronics Boutique. And Babbage's, at least where I lived, was the only other store in the mall where you could buy video games. It was either Babbage's or EB Games.
I want to live in
wow.
your like candy cane land. What is a Babbage?
I have no
All right.
idea.
Well, apparently I
Wow.
just dated myself there.
All right, so going back to the topic though, what about the inability to retain third-party support?
Well,
Dude.
you've already seen like third parties already talking like really good about some of the stuff they're already working on. I think from like the initial impressions before we even saw like the Switch and all that kind of stuff, they've already made statements that hey, we're going after third party, and all that kind of stuff. I think the games with the power, like we still don't really know the power of the Switch yet. But when it's docked, it looks pretty decent. I think it can run for a majority of the games. I don't think it's going to run like Frostbite or anything for, any kind of crazy resolution or frame rates. But I think it's going to be there. Now, if it's going to retain, I don't know.
I think it depends on two things: whether it's easy for them to work on it and have those games easily on the console, and also the user. So
Yeah,
the user
I would
base
say so.
of the people that are in there and are always playing it month after month, then that depends on all those things. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna keep their party. We don't know until after the fact, But right away, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a lot of stuff to show, and everybody's hyped up for it. I just
And they
I still
know-
think they need that. They need that online service though.
Well,
yeah,
that's-
definitely.
That's
Yeah.
a good point because major Nintendo like insider that leaks stuff actually came out today and said that there's actually going to be chat support. It's got like a basic level. They're going to have like sharing your video
we
clips
have-
and all that kind of stuff.
They may have something similar, but we still have to hope that it's going to be more on the Xbox Live and PSN.
Yeah, but for Nintendo players and people that haven't had that,
It's
even if
still
it's like a
something-
basic
yeah, I
level,
guess it's still-
going to be like fantastic.
But I mean, for gamers like us who have it on Xbox
Yeah,
or
we'll probably get on there
PlayStation,
and-
it's you have to cater to both. That's the problem.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
hope it's gonna be a nice, easy UI for them, not like some weird clunky thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Because
gonna
they
say
do have
too.
problems with that before, and I don't like their menus
think
most
that-
of the time.
I think that the Switch needs to, like, Nintendo needs to, if they're going to present like a more robust, not
Right.
a more robust online, they need to streamline it to the point where to make sure that their launch of like this next level like online experience is smooth. So don't be over what's the word I'm looking for? Like overly ambitious,
Overzealous?
I guess. Yeah, overzealous. Go with, like you guys were saying, go with a basic, solid working online and then build from that. Because if they try to launch off something that's just shit, they're like, oh, Nintendo tried it and they couldn't even do it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, I just
think
want to
that-
quickly point out just this. It's kind of dumb, but it's okay. Anybody looking at the picture, has anybody noticed that like the controller looks like a dog head? Got like
with
the
the ears.
ears and then like the eyes
Now I
kind of off
noticed
to
it.
the side.
Have you seen
It
the
looks
Have
like
you
a
seen the
puppy.
people? Have you seen the people that have that have photoshopped it onto like dogs' bodies and stuff?
No, I haven't seen that.
Actually, I didn't see it before until SheWulf said it like a couple weeks ago, and then I looked it up. But yeah.
It
I'd
does.
really
It
like
looks
to see
like
it come out of
it looks like a
Nintendo.
puppy head.
It looks like a dog with a Quasimodo eye.
Yeah. So,
I want to see a Star Fox come out for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
I think what's
legit
going to hurt
one.
them the most
We need
is
to
if
know
they.
the games that are coming out for this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Star Fox launch title.
Well, there's a lot of
yeah.
Nintendo-owned IPs that we have not yet seen on the Wii U.
Metroid.
Exactly. I mean, I can only assume that they do have studios that are working on developing games for these IPs, and I mean, I'm really hoping that we see these games that didn't come out on the Wii U be available for the Switch and announced. And like, my biggest fear is that we're going to see, a Metroid launch date announced, or has Breath of the Wild, has that gotten a launch date yet?
I don't think it's a launch title now. I think it
No,
got
I,
pushed
th-
back.
I think it got pushed back.
I want to see. I think Mario Party will be a launch title.
Because now
I think that-
there's a rumor coming out that it's not even going to be for the Wii U when it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
No,
I'd like
and I
to see,
think because we've missed out on a lot of these Nintendo-owned IPs on the Wii U, that if they can't get these games out within the first 18 to 24 months for all these IPs that we grew up loving, I think that that's going to hurt them overall.
you know what, man? Though, like Nintendo makes their money off like their like bread and butters. You know what I mean? Like Nintendo's not known for like their Nintendo. Let me backtrack before I say something stupid. They're not. I feel like the IPs that we haven't seen aren't Nintendo's moneymakers, like whether we've seen some variant of Nintendo's like big hitters, but I think that we're gonna see a Super Smash Brothers at E3.
See, no, I think it would be a little bit too soon for another Super Smash Brothers. Maybe they can port the Super Smash Brothers that came out on the Wii U, get that over onto the Switch. That would make sense.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but like, there's like a pretty solid like competitive market for Super Smash too that they could jump on early.
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My quick take on it, guys, is pretty simple. First, it's going to come down to price on this thing. It's got to be, I think, under $300 US.
Yes,
So,
for sure.
That's your sweet spot, under 300. Second of all, they have to have a very strong launch lineup, and they need some good third-party support. They need games that really stand out on this tablet/console, but are unique to the platform that people will want to buy. And that's the thing. Like, Nintendo's got to commit to the third parties because, I go into stores like Walmart and I look at the game shelf for Nintendo and like the 3DS all, and you see about 90% of them are Nintendo-made games, which is cool, but you notice the third-party support just seems lackluster. So they've got to keep that same commitment like the second year in, and that a lot of it's going to come down with how many units these things are going to sell. So price, you want to have a good launch lineup. And the other thing is you got to have a good online for this thing. They got to find the right ecosystem. If not, it's going to work. I mean, we're in the freaking this is 2017, and Nintendo seems like they're 15 years behind the curve in terms of PlayStation Network and Xbox Live. So they've got to step up their game there big time. And here's the last thing. This is why I think Nintendo Switch will sell and do well, because if the price point is right, it is basically essentially, guys, you have to admit it, more or less is a tablet/console.
Yeah.
And if you look at the market, they're trying to appeal to the older market, which is cool by the way they're going with their ads. But here's the thing. You look at kids these days, how many kids you see now playing on tablets? Like tons. I see them with
all the time.
iPads.
They're
All
all
the
over.
ones I've seen.
Phones.
But that's
So-
that's
going to be the key right there. They're going to sell this thing like crazy to parents because they're going to buy this thing for the kids. They're going to think it's a tablet, which essentially is in a way, and it's going to sell like crazy. And they're going to choke the market with demand. Don't worry, they're going to pull that crap again. I can tell you.
Well, and going back to what Newf said at the very beginning about the pricing, I think that that's a really big point for Nintendo, is they need to be a little bit more flexible with their price. Not when the system comes out, but I'm talking about, a year after the console comes out and there's a Black Friday sale. Give us a price drop of at least $50. Like, get that system into people's hands. Give us a reason to buy it. If we don't buy it when it launches, reduce the price so that more people buy it, so then you can sell your games to more people.
Exactly.
I think they've been incredibly stubborn with the price of the Wii U. If they wanted that system to sell, they should have done a lot more in adjusting the price over the years.
Just remember this one
those
thing.
jabronis.
Nintendo is not trying to directly compete with Xbox and PlayStation here. I think that's obvious by the design choice that they went with the Switch. They're trying to capture that portable handheld market, essentially, that kind of fits between the cell phone and the 3DS, because their bread and butter for the last, well, other than the Wii, has been the 3DS. The 3DS is almost in itself kept Nintendo's stocks alive.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
this is where they're going, and that's why I think they chose this choice, because it is a hybrid. At the end of the day, you can hook it up to the TV, you got your little set-top box. But
Right.
then you can take it on the go, and you have a legitimate successor to the 3DS. It still takes cartridges, which is going to minimize power consumption and load times, or not cartridges, but super high-end SD cards or whatever they're using.
Right.
So it has a ton of potential. I definitely see this thing making a splash. It's just up to Nintendo to carry that torch and do this right. Because if this thing fails, and it does, and it said it won't fail in its first year. I think it's going to do well out of the gate. It's where they are 2.5 years in. It's going to be the true test for Nintendo.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely
Yeah.
agree.
Just
And
basically don't be Wii U, basically.
I agree with Citizen. They should have just made a phone. But, all right, so I think we've kind of pretty much talked about that enough. So we're
get
actually
that
going to
Nintendo
jump
phone.
into the second segment of tonight. And, of course, that is the indie discussion.
Oh, what? Me too.
Take it away, bro.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. We got another episode of Indie Discussion for you guys, and today's game is called Wick. It's by Hellbent Games. It's a survival horror game, and it is a very, very welcome surprise for an indie title, I have to say.
Ooh, interesting.
I was when I was playing it, I'm a big fan of survival horror games. I fucking love Outlast. If you guys are into survival horror games, definitely go grab this. Let me run over pros real quick. Pros of the game.
Can I just ask you
Storyline,
one quick question before you jump into that?
as long as it's quick,
All right.
SheWulf.
Well, it's kind of what console is this on, or is it?
I'm not sure if it's on PlayStation, but I know for sure that it's on Steam and Xbox One. It just got released on Xbox One December 2nd, so it's brand new to Xbox. So I played it on Steam. Like I said, I've been trying to play a little bit more Steam games, kind of trying to broaden the horizon in the name of gaming. And it's really good. The idea behind it is cool. Like there's these the lore in the game is that these kids have disappeared. They were killed in these woods. And the only way you can see them is if you enter the woods by yourself and you can only see them by candlelight. So the entire game is lit with a candle.
That seems terrifying.
Oh, damn.
And it is terrifying because your candle can run out and you can and you get to the point where you can't find candles anymore. And they do this thing that they do in the game. It's so unnerving. They do this thing where you can see somebody in the corner of your screen, like you barely miss them in your field of view, but they do it on purpose to where you keep turning around, but there's nothing there because it's purposely just in the corner of your screen just to give you a glimpse of it, and then you turn, there's nothing there, and they do it all the fucking time. So the entire game is super is really tense.
Paranoid.
It is. They can they do a really good job at painting this really
no, SheWulf. Sorry.
overwhelming overwhelming environment that you get into. And guys, if you want to see SheWulf and Fox dual stream
what the
Wick,
fuck?
put a 1 in the chat.
Oh, great.
The game's awesome. I really liked it. I was surprised. I saw Larry Herb had tweeted it out that it was going live on Xbox a couple weeks ago, and I saw that, and I was going to do it last week, but we had video game awards and whatnot, so definitely go pick it up. If you guys like horror games, it's one of those games where if you don't like horror games, you may not like it. In the sense Final Fantasy kind of brought people back into JRPGs that may not have necessarily liked JRPGs. This game's not going to make you love horror games, but if you like them, it's really good. If you don't like them, it's still a good game. The storytelling's pretty good. The achievements are interesting. They're they're time based, like in game time. So you can only get them in certain hours. So the object of the game is you have to survive from midnight up to 6 a.m.
I've seen
And
a lot of ones in the chat there.
I
yeah,
do
there's
too.
a lot of ones
Well,
going
in
see a lot of
defense, a lot of them were you guys.
No, just recently.
What?
No, there's a
You don't know what
ton.
you're talking about.
There's a ton. There's a bunch spammed up there. But yeah, like that's kind of all I got for Wick. I suggest you guys go pick it up. I got it cheap for the amount of game that I got and the enjoyment I got out of it. I got it for $9.99 on Steam. I think it's the same price on Xbox.
Citizen's asking what's the goal of the game.
The goal of the game is literally to survive up until 6 a.m. A lot of the achievements are like finding the different kids. Like each of the kids that are disappeared that are like kind of the ghosts are achievements. There's a lot of achievements that are situational based that you have to be at the right place at the right time in the game. So it may require a couple replays, but
Now, are there any weapons, or is it just
no, dude. That's why those are my favorites. That's why I like survival horror games. Like the good ones, you don't have any way to fight back, and I think that instills like a lot more fear than having a gun that you can shoot somebody with. You know what I mean?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like a
This
big monster
sounds
you
like
can kill.
a cheaper version of Outlast.
It is kind of. I mean, it embraces the survival horror type like genre, and it does a good job with it, especially for $10. Like you get a good experience
Citizen's saying
for
$6 on Steam right now.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Nice. Okay, so it's only $6
So
right
let's
now.
check
I got gypped.
Xbox then.
You raise a good point because you said it's like Outlast, and how I find it's like Outlast because you have the candle and you have to keep the light going, and you'll find different candles throughout like the area that you're running through. But at the same, so it's like it's kind of reminds you of Outlast and how you have to have the camera
Like the
batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can like when your candle runs out, you can have a match. And the physics and like the realism of the game, like granted the graphics, don't go into expecting like top quality graphics. It's an indie title and it's $10 or $6, but the physics and the way that like you can cover your like flame and the flame goes out, and as your flame starts dimming, you start hearing more and more voices like they're closing in on you. So they do a really good job with like painting like a creepy environment in the game.
Yeah, I actually like that detail. When you go faster, you cover the candle up.
Yeah,
And it moves to the side a little bit. But I'm not gonna lie, I was watching the video of this because I knew you were gonna talk about it, and my heart was racing as I was watching it, and I wasn't even playing.
Nice.
I was like, forget this.
That's a good game
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, it's
So-
good.
Does the end story? How is the end story of it though? Like not the actual ending. Obviously, you can't ruin that. But you know how most indie games, even though it's a scare title, they still may not actually have a concept to the story, and you just like go through and you're like, wow, was that really the purpose? Or is this really just a scare? Like a
Are you talking about Inside or?
yeah, that was kind of
this game's
disappointing.
literally only made to scare you. I'll just say that. The ending is fitting, and it's depressing. I'll say that much.
Oh wow.
So
Interesting.
Oh my god, I love these pictures of it.
do it.
There's like
Just
a
go
little
do
teddy
it.
bear with like this weird looking face. Coming
There's like
out
little
here.
kids' drawings like stapled up to the trees around the woods. It's like super fun.
I need someone to help me find a way to get Fox a code for this so that I can make her stream it with me.
No.
Apparently,
You're gonna get like 10
I-
codes in chat.
story like the kids got burned or something like that, so they wear these masks, and you'll find these masks throughout the game or something.
You guys, yeah. There's different things you can find that are based off the kids. Like, they each have names. So like, if you want to look for like achievement guides and stuff, like the achievements aren't hard. You just have to be at the right place at the right time. But with a guide, it's pretty easy.
Looks like it's only $9.99 on Xbox One right now.
Yeah, that's what I paid for it. $10 well worth it. If you want to get it on Steam, you can play with an Xbox controller on your computer. If you really want to have the Xbox feel, $6. It's well worth the money.
Well, from what you've said, I want to get this game, but my resolution is to not buy games until I'm ready to play them. And I'm not ready to play this yet. So.
Also, it's a fairly quick playthrough. First time playing through, you probably go about 3 hours, maybe.
I can do that.
I've seen people playing through in like an hour.
Oh, that's really quick.
But I think that's kind of more of a speed run kind of thing where they know exactly what they're doing.
Turning.
And that's definitely not 100% in the game. If you got one thing I wanted to mention on this segment real quick before we move on, that's kind of all I have for the game. It's definitely a buy. If you guys, and I know there's some people have like messaged me about games and stuff, but if there's a game that you think that other people need to play, like that's the whole point of this segment, is to find hidden gems that I want people to play that aren't necessarily marketed like crazy. So if there's a game, whether it's PlayStation, PC, Xbox, whatever you have, send it my way, and maybe I'll pick it up for the next discussion.
Cool.
So
And that's all we
remember,
got for the
guys,
discussion today, guys.
what's your Twitter so that they can find you, Brutal?
BrewtalKnight, the same as my name on the show. It's not that hard.
Of course, it'll be the same. It'll be in the description below. So if you guys find any games that you guys think would be amazing for this indie discussion, hit Brutal up. He'll check it out.
Yeah.
Especially if they're creepy.
Uh-huh.
Pretty brutal.
And then I'll make her
Yeah,
stream
exactly.
Hashtag that's creepy.
it. Yeah. All right. So one tagline that we are all familiar with is games, 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 games. We heard it a lot at the beginning of last
say
year.
Did you say games?
Did I say games? We heard this tagline a lot at the starting of 2016, and then it started to die down a little bit. However, we now have the start of 2017, and of course, games, 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 and they release with Games of Gold and PSN. So, what are everybody's opinions on the game releases for both PlayStation and Xbox for the month of January?
I guess I'll go ahead and start. I think free games, no matter what platform they're on, is fantastic. You're getting some value with your PSN and Xbox Live. I think, though, we talked about this on Xbox Nation, and I'm really like all for indies and all that kind of stuff, but I think the PSN games for me, I'm just having a hard time finding anything, positive about them.
I want to play the Tentacle one.
Yeah, SheWulf loves that
Again.
one.
I love that.
Back in the 90s.
Okay, I was just a little. I was still young. I was still young when I played that. So
Yeah, we were all young in the 90s. That was like 25 years ago.
It was
I
a
was
fun
30
game.
back then.
Honestly, I may say that, but chances are I'd start to play it and be like, yeah, no. But it was a fun game. I want my kids to play it.
Yeah.
There we go. I want my kids to play it. There.
But I think
Well,
the
that's a good
Xbox
point.
So I
ones
can
are
live
pretty good, though.
vicariously through them.
Yep. Exactly.
Or, I fucking love Rayman. I've
Rayman's
spent
amazing.
a million hours on Rayman on PlayStation. I like the Rayman series as a whole. I think the character design and the environments are awesome in Rayman. So that's always good. I haven't personally played the Cave, but I've heard that it's good. That it's like I think it's more of like a specialized interest though than like a broad aspect.
The Cave.
I think
coming to you
that-
soon.
I think that everybody might agree that Killer Instinct being free now is
It's
is
a
it pretty-
It's a $30 deal.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's a pretty fat Games with Gold to get. I mean, and cheers to them for kicking off the year with a really nice free game. I mean, Killer Instinct is awesome. If you guys haven't played it, if you like fighters,
It's a decent lineup all around with those
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'm interested in the Xbox games, especially Rayman and The Cave, because I haven't played those. And then on the PlayStation side, I'm not really interested in those games, but what else is new?
There's still free games.
That one on PlayStation Plus. What's
Nah.
it called? The War is what's it? It's like a side scroller and it looks pretty realistic.
This War of Mine.
This War of Mine, that actually looks pretty cool. I was watching some video on it. That one actually
it's a cool
interests
game.
me. The rest,
Yeah.
not
It's on Xbox, right? I think I've
Wasn't
seen it
one
on
of the games
Xbox.
with gold
And
for
that's
Xbox a month back?
burner game,
No, I don't
little
think
racing
so.
game. That kind of looks cool too.
No, I don't think I've seen it on Xbox before.
I really thought Brutal
somehow
would
I
have wanted
own
the
this
Van
game.
Helsing one.
what's
The
up?
Death Trap or
Yeah, it's
or
like
Death Tower or whatever. I can't
That's
remember.
like the tower defense style.
Yeah.
Van Helsing, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it's the drop down view, almost like a Diablo style game.
Oh, is it like
Yeah.
a dungeon crawler style?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, I thought it was like
But it's Van
a.
Helsing.
To be honest with you, I haven't watched any of like the gameplay on it or anything, but I thought it was more of like a from what I've heard from other conversations, I thought it was like a tower defense game.
No, as far as I know, it's actually supposed to be. When I was watching videos on it, it looked pretty
Much
much
like a
just like
Diablo
Diablo style game where it was like top down and you're running through like dungeon style places and.
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a tower defense game where you get that pre-game time to set up your defenses, but then it also has that Diablo-esque style where you can actively influence the game while you're going through it too.
Weird.
I hate Diablo, so
Oh, okay.
Wow, what a lie.
Wow, okay.
Okay, well,
Hold on, hold
any
on.
other top-down
If you
type action
hate
game.
Diablo, would you care to share with us your hours played?
5,000 hours is not that much, okay?
Really?
Whoa.
Really?
Damn, you live in that bitch.
In what
he does.
universe is 5,000? What?
Cool.
All right. So, all right. Okay. So if no one has anything else to say about
Free games is good.
yes,
Yeah,
games
free
are
games is
always
great.
good.
Day of the Tentacle, for as old of a game as it is, if anybody that has a PS4 that hasn't played it, definitely pick up this game. It's a free title, and it'll make you laugh. You'll
It's
enjoy it.
fun.
It's a great title. It's just, it came out in 1993, so that's the only downside.
It is what it is.
Yep.
All
right,
a
so-
while back, I downloaded that. Was it the Grim Fandango when it was free for the PlayStation? And everybody was raving about the game, and I thought it was terrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
Hold
like
on.
with those
What was
older games, like
What did you say, Newf? What was the statement? I missed it. I'm sorry.
I said that a while back. I know one of the free games on PlayStation Plus was that Grim Fandango game, which is also
Yeah.
Double Fine, and I thought that game was absolute crap.
See, man, like a lot of people think that like tower defense games are like that's their like bread and butter, man, and they're fun games. If you can add like a different aspect to kind of break up the monotony of like setting up your array of like pre-selected towers in the right position, then I think
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say, GKB?
no, you're good.
I'm actually going to jump in and jump to the last topics before we get to the last segment of tonight. And of course, as everyone knows, one of my favorite Call of Duties was created by Sledgehammer Games, and this is the year of Sledgehammer. So
Preach it, girl. Preach
with
it.
that, they have teased, or at least so we've seen, possibly teased the new game for Call of Duty 2017 from Sledgehammer Games. Did
All right,
anyone see
so-
these images or anything?
What
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go get a
weight?
snack. I'll be back.
What kind of weight do you think? What kind of weight do you think these images hold? Really, like there a lot of speculation was on the like the model of weapon that was displayed in like this.
Yeah, like the
this,
1911.
yeah.
They're, okay, my biggest
The problem
thing,
is the 1911 spans like what 50 years. Like there's the 1911's been around for a long time.
well, there's been
so-
other images too, though, but they
Well, it's
were
also
on the
been-
boots, like they were boots on the ground style game, like.
Well, from like what we heard before is like they were talking Vietnam, so 1911 was in Vietnam, so it kind of fits the period that we kind of already know.
Yeah.
Um,
I just
I
don't.
don't think it really shows us anything new or anything like that, but I think that it just kind of confirms what kind of error they're going to be doing, which I don't know. To me, is kind of sad in a way because I thought Advanced Warfare was like the best one in a while. Except for like Infinite Warfare, I thought that was really good too. But I don't know. I would like to have seen another Advanced Warfare, honestly.
I would like to see another Advanced Warfare as well, man. The lore that they kind of laid out, there's a lot of stuff that went untouched that they could go back on Advanced Warfare.
Absolutely.
Especially like even the ending of Advanced Warfare. There's a lot that they could do with that still, and there was a lot of hype with Advanced Warfare. I really like that.
My question is, how are they going to go back into like a boots on the ground type gameplay with so many people get so used to the jumping around now?
See, this
Yeah,
is,
man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to comment on the fact that that was the one thing that Advanced Warfare did differently than all these other ones, is they actually gave you an exo. They didn't just give you boosters and make you look like you were an astronaut. They actually gave you the reason to why you had these abilities. They were the first ones to actually incorporate it where it made sense. And to take that now away, to go into a completely whole new just Battlefield 1 style game, I don't know how successful that's going to be. Like, people like Battlefield 1, but that's because that's the game that they're used to for that franchise. So to change it to actually where you can't do that anymore, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, like what it comes down to is like movement speed, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
I know you guys, like we've had the conversation that when we went back and played Modern Warfare Remastered, like granted, don't misquote me here, like Modern Warfare is an excellent Call of Duty. But for its time, going once we got the taste of like being able to move quicker and have that verticality added to like multiplayer, it added such a diverse like gameplay style that which some people would argue that it was the opposite. But for me, and I think a lot of people, that speed has become the standard for Call of Duty, and whether you like it or not, like I've had friends that haven't picked up. I was talking to my buddy the other day. I was talking about how much I like Infinite Warfare, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I heard it sucked, and I'm like, no, man, it's good. Like there's, I don't know, man, it's hard to win nowadays. Either way you go, but
Especially
the
when you're talking
speed.
about COD, like honestly.
But you got to look at it objectively, though, right?
Yeah,
Like you can't,
absolutely.
like you can't play COD and be like, oh man, like Battlefield 1's so much better. Like it's two different games. Like COD's made for
Two
that
different player
twitchy
base.
competitive. Yeah, it's like that twitchy
Absolutely.
competitive shooter, and COD's been that, and it's evolved with the times. Like a lot of people fail to give credit to Call of Duty and to Activision and what they've done with transcending like this barrier that they've set for Call of Duty. Instead of remaining stagnant and staying the same, like they've tried and been ballsy enough to move out of the status quo. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
paid off, but they've got a lot of hate too. And that's the society we live in nowadays. Lately, unfortunately, is there's a stark, like drastic cutoff between people who like it and people who hate it. And
And it kind
there's
of goes
veterans.
back to that whole, you want something so badly, and then you get it, and then you're really not happy with it, and you just drop it. It's kind of
True.
one of those.
I saw GKB in the chat there. You said something about getting a new engine. Anybody think we'll be seeing a new engine with the Sledgehammer Call of Duty offering for this year?
I don't think so. I would like to see that, but I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think that they need to invest in a new engine, especially since with Infinite Warfare, they didn't release that on previous gen consoles. Now that they're sticking to current gen with future releases, they really should take the time to get a new engine in there.
Do you think
Yeah.
what there's one thing that I've noticed in the past two Call of Duties? I don't know if it's just me overthinking things, but they've kind of shied away from like terrorizing or like um, making a particular country or particular making them like the bad guys. And I don't know if that's a reflection of just like how like like how hostile and like volatile like society is right now.
yeah.
But the main antagonist in the past two Call of Duties hasn't been a country per se. Like when we saw with like Modern Warfare.
Or
Yeah,
like that in Modern Warfare 2, you had that level the Russian where you went around and you were the terrorist, basically.
Yeah, when you went
Yeah.
through and like shot up the airport and stuff like that, there's that part's been drawn away. And I don't know if it's because of the way they've been moving towards this futuristic, like privatized military style kind of thing. Um, but it'll be interesting to see what they come with. Either way, I'm probably going to pick it up. Like Infinite Warfare really, really like reamped this franchise for me.
It actually surprised me.
It surprised me too. Infinite
You know,
Warfare.
that's interesting, the stuff that you're talking about here, because honestly, do you guys want to know one of my favorite shooters in the past 10 years? Honestly, it was, and a lot of people will probably disagree, but I freaking loved the very first one that came out when they did the what do you call it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, I love that setting. I loved how they were actually doing the Black Ops dudes or whatever, and they were like Afghanistan and stuff. I thought that was friggin' fantastic. That was actually one of my favorite shooters. It's too bad it didn't do better, because I really like the multiplayer too. I was actually half decent at it, and I want them to return to a setting that's more grounded, that's a little more realistic, and get away from being, I don't know, too arcadey. I don't know. It's just yeah, that's how I feel, I guess.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, I agree with you completely on that.
I think one thing that Advanced Warfare did really well is they incorporated this like futuristic, like dystopian kind of like privatized military thing, and they kept the grittiness. I think what a lot of people are attracted to is like the allure of like special forces and granted, like what you were saying, Newf, like the realistic part is more relatable. But at the same time, that's what I was saying. Like they've kind of ballsy in the sense that they're trying to incorporate a creative future from like where they might think that military might be moving towards. And there's a lot of realistic things, maybe not going into space and fighting in space like that, but there's a lot of like things that are in these like more modern shooters that are real technology. But it may not be like widespread mainstream, but it's a kind of like a imaginative future that they could see. And I think that's good. I dig that. I love innovation. You know what I mean? So, but on the other side of the,
they should do something that's relatable to the setting of 9/11 and how they went on the big Osama bin Laden terrorist hunt.
Dude, I think that's too.
That's a too touchy
polarizing.
subject.
Like I remember when Modern Warfare came out, and there's a scene where it's like a cut scene, and you're a family on vacation in Paris, and that car bomb explodes and kills your family that you're like videotaping, and there were people losing their shit over that. Like a bunch of people wearing safety pins on their lapels and crying in their safe space got super upset about that. So it's hard. It's hard for them to be edgy and to push the envelope, and they do things to kind of try to counter that by like saying this game has disturbing gameplay, and I remember you could actually
opt out
when
of
that
that
game
mission.
came out. Yeah, you can opt out so you didn't see that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
no, it's like you said, they've become too big to become controversial with the current events that are happening in the world,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like so.
Well, that's the biggest issue when it comes to, it's gonna come down to either we're gonna like it or we're gonna hate it. It's still going to be Call of Duty regardless of what they do. It's just kind of the way that they are, and we're just gonna have to wait and see exactly what they decide to pull out this year. And I will give Sledgehammer a benefit of the doubt because they are one of my favorite Call of Duty developers. So I will just, that's just me personally. But because of time that we are at, Fox, are you ready for Foxy deals?
Yeah, girl.
Some Foxy deer.
Yeah, girl. Go ahead, Foxy.
Take it away.
Thank you. All right. So what's up, everybody? There was some amazing deals going on around Christmas, especially those countdown deals. I thought that was amazing. But right now, Xbox has some deals for this week, and some of the ones that stood out to me are the Telltale Game Collection. So you get 5 games, and it's on sale for $36.30, and actually that was $100.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
you
an
guys
awesome discount.
Yes, you guys should pick that up. That's pretty cool. Another one would be The Long Dark, which is a game preview. So that one's actually, I think, half off. So I think that's $10 now.
Nice.
Another one would be Dead Island again. I've seen it a couple of times on sale. So they have multiple Dead Islands, and even the retro ones on sale. And I think they're like $10 a piece or something like that. And
Nice.
then Zombie Driver is $4.95, I believe. And yeah, that's over on the Xbox section for the week. Over on the PlayStation discount section for this week, they have a couple of deals. I'm surprised I didn't see that many, but I think I know why. They did have great deals over there on Christmas and New Year's, even flash sales. So sorry if you guys missed those. But right now they have the Bunker, which we have talked about on here, and that is $10. They also have Hue, which we talked about on here, and that one's $6, and Hue is amazing. They also have Lost Sea, which I believe GKB reviewed. I'm not sure. That one was $6. And No Man's Sky, which I see almost every other week now. So this is the last time I'm gonna mention No Man's Sky, since they always have it on sale. So that one is $40, I believe.
That has to be on sale. No one wants to buy that at full price anymore.
Yeah, so officially, No Man's Sky is always going to be on sale now. So that's the last time I'm going to mention it. But yeah, other than that, we have some online deals that I'll mention. I'm going to say this right now. There were so many that I found. So go to my Twitter, because I won't be mentioning all of them for SheWulf's sake, because the description is going to have too many links. So follow me on Twitter, and I'll post even more. So these are the ones that stood out to me. Right now, GameStop is having 4 for $40 on their used games. So if you guys want to check those out, PS3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. I don't think I saw any Wii stuff on there, but what a surprise. And They have Xbox One bundles, new bundles, $20 off. And also they have, if you buy a pre-owned or refurbished PlayStation 4, you're eligible to get 3 games for 20% off with them for the PlayStation games. Besides that, over on Amazon, one of my favorite places to go, they have Steep, which is a newly released game, already $40. So if you guys want some snowboarding action, not like SSX, this is a bit different.
Steep is on sale already?
Yep.
Oh, dude, I
Yep.
want to get on that. Want to get on that wingsuit life so hard.
So yeah, that's $40 on Amazon if you want to check that out, Brutal.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna rock that. Is that digital? Can you buy a digital copy on Amazon?
I think they have all 3, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay. I see
Check it
you,
out,
girl.
check it out.
Okay,
you know
I
me, I
will,
look
I
for
will.
physical first. Alright, anyway. Anyway, SheWulf's favorite Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. They have the collector's edition on Amazon,
You mean
real
Dursex?
cheap.
Dursex.
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 I want some of that Dursex.
Herp
too.
Derp X.
Yeah, them Dursex.
Makes it sound like freaking. Oh, now I can't even think of what the heck the battery's called.
Oh, Duracell.
Duracell. There we go.
Yeah, you guys want to get that Duracell?
Yeah.
No, Mankind Divided.
Sure.
But yeah, the
Duracell?
collector's edition on Amazon was $100, but now it's $42.29.
Dang,
So if you guys want to get that cool statue of that dude, whatever his name
that's
is.
pretty cheap.
Yeah.
They also have Resident Evil 4. I actually shared this a couple of days ago, but I checked it today. It's still on sale. So Resident Evil 4 is $15 on Amazon. So if you guys want to get another version of Resident Evil 4, because we all know that game has been out since the GameCube, there you go. We have 3 terabyte My Passport Ultra portable hard drive, and that's $100 on Best Buy. If you guys need some extra storage. And we have a wheel. Oh shoot, what's the name of this wheel? Come on.
Was it the Wheel of Morality?
Wheel ready. Turn.
Oh my god, I'm not the only one that knows that.
Oh
Thank
no,
God.
here it is. I got it. This is probably Newf's favorite wheel. Thrustmaster.
Oh. So
And
much
so-
Rustmaster.
there you go. So it's a
It's
wheel.
like a Thigh Master, but for thrusting.
It's a Ferrari wheel for Xbox. Wow, I failed. That whole joke just went out the window. Over at Dell.com, you guys should check this wheel out because it has everything, the wheel and the pedals and everything, just for $93. Free shipping. And that's for Xbox, so you guys could be racing in Forza in style.
Forza.
Well, it's a good thing I don't let
Awesome.
my wife order video games for me because if she goes and orders a Thrustmaster, I got a funny feeling it won't be for racing games.
Exactly. Exactly. There he is.
Okay,
content
I'm
warning.
leaving now.
He ain't going nowhere. All right, so those are the deals that I have right here, but I will be sharing those and more with you guys on Twitter, as well as hopefully SheWulf won't be mad at me and share them in the description,
I'll share 5 of them.
because I have too many apparently. But anyway, besides that, yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'll share more with you guys. That's Foxy deals for you this week. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Everyone's stealing my taglines.
It's not yours anymore.
Yeah, it's not
Was
yours
mine.
anymore.
Yeah, can you just
was-
relinquish the rights to that, please, so
No.
we can
No,
Yeah.
get.
I
it will
remastered it.
always be mine.
I
Remastered it,
Got
You
right.
don't have to. You don't have to relinquish it. Let's just take
Cool.
it, guys.
That's a good
Yeah, you guys
question.
already took it. Wow. All right. So, do we got any questions from the community chat that you would like us to answer before we get out of here?
Luca had a good one.
What was it?
Read it.
I want to read it word for word. If they do a new Bioshock without Ken Levine, where do you think they can take the franchise?
Anywhere they want
I was
to.
gonna say anywhere. If you add a new character, you can do anything with it. So.
Well, in the way Bioshock Infinite set it up to have multiple dimensions that are all having similar. Sorry, spoiler alert.
God, damn, Mike.
Oh shit! I spoiled it.
Just
Well,
ruined
anyway, the way Bioshock Infinite ended is they could really take it in any direction they want as long as they have a protagonist and a partner and an antagonist.
Very true. My favorite was Underwater, though. That's just me. But yeah, I agree with you. They could do almost anything with that.
What they say there's always a city, so just pick a city and there you go, Bioshock 4.
I think for Bioshock though, I like the more claustrophobic feel of like the first two.
Yes.
Underwater.
So if they do another one, wherever it is, it doesn't really matter. Like I just want that kind of a feel to it.
Yeah.
Knowing you're stuck down deep under the ocean is
It's terrifying. Absolutely.
That's true. That is
Especially
true.
when you see the water like coming into the hallway that you're in, and the doors start
Yeah.
closing around. You're like, oh shit, get me out of here.
Oh, I can safely say that's one game I was not scared of. My ex was, so I stole his copy.
Nice.
What a little bitch.
All right.
Bitch.
All right, so let's jump into the next question. It's from Citizen. It says, you only get one game in 2017. What would it be?
What is it? Be careful.
Oh, I thought
Oh, that's
One
hard.
game. 2017.
Mass Effect Andromeda, hands
Ooh.
down.
Scalebound.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
This is really tough.
I want Scalebound. I'm sorry. You get a
See, now
dragon.
this is going against my my New Year's resolution. But I really want Resident Evil 7, but I also want Mass Effect Andromeda, and I also really want.
He said one.
There's a lot of games I want, so
Yeah,
forget
what the-
about it.
He said
Resolution's
one.
already crap.
Quit breaking the rules, bro.
He
Broke the
said
rules.
one. You can have one game. What would it be?
Come on, Mike. One game.
That's it. I'm done. I'm done with gaming. If I can only have one game for the year, I'm done.
One game.
How about one game on each system? Oh,
Ooh, interesting.
I'd be
gonna
getting a lot of
break the rules.
multi-claps then.
I'm gonna break the rules.
I've got to wait on that one because a lot of those PlayStation games, while they look pretty enticing, a lot of them don't have a set date yet. So, yeah, so I'm going to wait. I mean, I'm going to buy, whatchamacallit, the Horizon Zero Dawn when it comes
Yeah.
out. But
Yeah.
after that, I don't know
Robot
what's
face.
coming out.
I
think,
say Scalebound.
I say, oh wow, I don't know. See, should I play safe or should I get something crazy?
Crazy.
I'm going Resident
Sea of
Evil.
Thieves.
Oh.
Sea of Thieves. Interesting.
Yeah, but if I play it safe, it would be Forza. I'm just saying.
If they put co-op into it, I would get State of Decay 2. That would be my one game for the year.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
It is co-op.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's co-op.
All right, then there it is. That's my
Okay.
one game for the year.
That is
Oh,
the
yeah,
thing
you
they're
did it, you
bringing
guys.
Is that it's
That's,
going to.
Turtle, you said Resident Evil, right?
Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
Nobody said South Park.
Well, because I'm thinking of longevity. Like,
So
something
what?
you could play.
I don't
like,
want to see that fractured butthole. I'm just saying.
I want to play
I
all of
absolutely
them.
want that
But
South
once
Park
you
game.
play, once you play South Park once, you're pretty much done.
No,
But
because you can go
all
back
the-
and laugh
all
all the
the
time.
other games we could all play with our friends. We actually like people.
I
You're
wanna be
with
Yeah,
your
entertained.
partner.
GKB.
I want
Yeah,
to be
you can-
entertained, okay?
I can go watch TV shows if I want to like
This is a
continually
gaming
watch South Park
game.
all the time.
One game.
SheWulf
you're
is a
breaking the
You
genius.
rules.
are
You're
being
breaking
You guys didn't know
a
this.
loner.
Come on, Fox. You
GK,
know what?
to be honest, bro, I forgot about
How could you forget, bro?
Wow.
You're just hurting my soul right now.
Well, it was supposed to come out this
I'll
year,
eat your
so it's
soul.
easy to forget about that it's coming out.
Hello,
Well, I'm sorry, it was
it's
supposed to come out
coming
last
in
year.
March. You
Damn,
cannot
Mike
forget-
forgot where he is.
It's March.
Fox, you don't
Coming
want
out in
to
March.
take Mayo Masters 2017?
No, get out of here with that trash.
that's fucking disgusting.
All right, guys. So we're actually going to let all of these amazing gamers tell you where you
Ooh,
can
Wildlands.
find each of them. Wildlands. Yeah.
Ooh, Wildlands.
I forgot about that too.
I haven't even heard about that. What is that?
Called Diamond.
Sorry, we're at the end of the show. I shouldn't ask new questions.
Ghost Recon.
That's Ghost Recon.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Ghost
yeah.
Recon. I don't know. I'm waiting to see
Oblivion.
what that one ends up being like, though. You know, Ubisoft has been a little disappointing when it comes to their games lately. So
SheWulf was a
Who be
division
saying
too.
no,
South Park's Ubisoft, too.
no. Well, that's different though. That's not like an open world multiplayer game though. That's just story.
South Park's gonna be amazing.
But it's created
I
by
said
the South
Sea of
Park
Thieves.
guys. Like, come on, it can't be wrong. So, okay, anyways, we are going to actually jump to let all these amazing gamers tell you where you can find each of them because it is now the time, and I'm sure everyone is
Boo.
sad. But we've had amazing topics and amazing discussions, so let's now end with a bang. And starting with the panel of gamers, we will go down the row, starting with Brutal.
Oh shit, I'm first. Okay. Find me at all the usual places that you hear me plug every single week. And I would really want to reiterate. Sometimes I have trouble finding like an indie title that I really think that people might want to play. So send me titles. Sometimes I'm starved for finding stuff. If you see a new one coming out, especially, let me know.
Ooh, I have an idea for you.
I got some people commissioned to do some stuff for Beam, so my Beam's gonna be looking a little bit more tidy here, and just really excited to see everything else that 2017 has to offer for the console corner fam here. and all of you watching as well. And this is a really good show for the first year, and let's keep it going
For the
forward.
first year? I didn't know it was the first year ever.
First show of the year, you fuck. GKB,
Got him.
I'm gonna kill you in the parking lot at work tomorrow.
Damn.
I'm so excited now.
The next vlog.
You know that shit turns me on.
That's gonna be a good vlog on the driving to work that day.
Right?
Oh, all right. So what about you, Fox? What do you got going on?
Oh, you know, girl. No.
Well, now, okay, I know, but let them know.
All right, I'll share, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just gonna be hanging out on Twitter, sharing some deals with you guys. Also working on my YouTube stuff,
Heck
new
yeah.
videos, new look maybe. We'll see.
What?
And
She's in the work with some people too, Brutal. No.
them fancy people go do my stuff.
Why you guys got to make it a competition? I was just talking about myself.
Yeah, really.
You know what, Fox? I'll take the higher road. I hope that you get a really, really good job or whatever you want.
Oh, thank you. You too. New
As like-
year, new beam.
Sorry,
As
You
I
know.
cut the head off of, I'm cutting the head off of a Fox voodoo doll as we speak.
Oh,
Wow.
hell.
Oh, wow. Just wow. Anyways,
Damn, I
continue,
sent you
Fox.
that as a gift. God, rude. All right, anyway. Anyway, besides that, I'm going to be on Twitch, probably streaming some Scurry games. I don't know, I'm just saying.
Scoring game?
And also, the big announcement for me this week, I'm going to be doing a brand new podcast called the Quest Podcast over there on hanging out with Remix, Dark Optimus, some peeps,
That's gonna
and
be a dope
Banes.
show. That's a
What? New podcast?
New podcast on Tuesday. Check it out. I'm going to be
Tuesday.
Whoa, whoa,
tweeting
whoa,
about
whoa,
it.
whoa,
On
wait a
Tuesday.
minute. Tuesday.
My Thursday, my bad. I meant Thursday.
Hey, Fox Gameo, do you think I could make it onto your podcast?
I was gonna say, are you leaving the? Oh, everyone, she's got too good for the console corner. She is
Damn,
officially.
called her out.
Yeah, this is my
Hey, she said
first,
Tuesday.
first and last show of the year,
They got my
everybody.
people and I'm out. Fuck all you bitches.
Drop the
No, I'm
mic.
sorry.
She's a.
No, my bad. This is new information, peeps. I'm just saying. No, sorry. It was Thursday. This Thursday coming up on the Quest Podcast YouTube channel. We're gonna be talking about games, movies, and other stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys check it out. I'm gonna be hanging out with Remix and Dark Optimus and M-Banes. And then later on, Tim will be joining them when he comes back from vacation. So I'm really looking forward to that. So hopefully you guys check it out. I'm gonna be sending the link and stuff like that on Twitter. So yeah, follow me.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
What about you, Mike? What do you got going on?
Well, not a whole lot. Just my work's getting pretty crazy. They're putting all kinds of new demands on me for this year, so that's a whole lot of fun. But outside of work, you can find me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @Cadus511, or hit me up on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Cadus, and you can find me here every Tuesday on Console Corner.
Woohoo.
Awesome. What about you, Newf? What do you got going on?
Well, you'll find me on Twitter at Newf Nukem. You will also find my channel. It's called Newf Nukem. I haven't done as many videos as I'd like. Hopefully, I'll pick up the slack a little bit in 2017 as well and continue to play through that back catalog of games. Want to give a shout out to everybody who joined us in the chat tonight, those who've left already and those who are still hanging around. Again, thank you so much for your support. We hope that you'll keep coming back each and every week and supporting the show. And send your feedback to GKB and SheWulf. They've done a tremendous job, a great job here with the new graphics and the new setup. I got to admit, guys, by the way, I love the new table.
Thank
Like,
you.
it looks kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I'm watching sort of a newscast now. It's kind of...
We need like the pad of papers that we can just constantly hit on the.
Oh my God, no.
We'll have to watch some Family Guy and get their.
Otherwise, guys, I'm always up for gaming. Maybe you'll catch me in a community game night some night. Like I said, if anybody wants to game, hit me up on Xbox Live at Newf Nukem or PlayStation 4 at Newf_Nukem. Either which way, man, we got a great year ahead of us, whether you're a PlayStation 4 fan or Xbox fan or own them both. Lots of great games coming our way and lots of great podcasts to come.
Heck yeah.
Definitely agree. What about you, GKB?
Yeah, I've got some more videos coming out this week.
Ooh, on the daily.
Yep, doing daily every day.
No, not every day. Not Saturday,
Well, not
and
Saturday,
Sunday.
Sunday. We gotta make the videos then, but yeah, like Newf alluded to, we got the table and stuff. There's gonna be a bunch of changes to the console corner coming in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. You know me, I'm always trying to push bigger, better, and all that kind of stuff.
But not the people. Don't worry.
No, Panel is, we're good.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Damn, I was like, oh god, I'm fired.
Well, you quit already, remember?
First and last of the year.
Traitor!
There you go.
Yeah. But I'm GKB. You can find me Gamers Knows Best on Twitter, YouTube. We got Instagram now. We're on Facebook now. We're going to be posting everywhere. So yeah, stay tuned for all these cool videos every day. Again, thank you guys for all the great feedback on the videos that's already dropped. We got some crazy good ones for the rest of the week, and then SheWulf's going to be knocking out another week for you guys. So.
Yeah, so like he said, next week I'll be releasing the videos on the Gamers Knows Best channel, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to thank Megatron for the Recore poster in the back here. It was another Christmas gift, and we really appreciate the art book and the poster, and GKB loves the Megatron, so...
Oh yeah, it's going to be in some
Mortal Kombat
videos.
poster.
It will be in video, so don't worry.
Awesome.
So yeah, make sure you guys watch for my videos next week, and of
Xbox
course,
Nation.
Xbox Nation tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time, and of course you can find me on Twitter and Xbox Live at xSHEWulFx with a U, not an O, and you could possibly start seeing articles from ICXM again. So maybe
Intriguing.
Yeah.
More
Ooh,
teasers.
fancy.
we shall see, possibly.
More teasers.
Again, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching, and tune into Xbox Nation tomorrow to hear what community game night we will be playing on Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or if it may have
It's back. It's back.
It's back in the new year, people. It's back. So find out. Yeah. So find out tomorrow night what game we will be playing. So again, thanks for everyone watching, and have a great night.
Peace out, guys.
Happy 2017.
Love you. Bye.